Okay, what's up, Tricks and Tricksetas? Welcome to another Tier 3 sub VOD presented by CHARLATAN, Papito. All of that good stuff, you know. Today at our coaching table, we have our friend Adam. He is a peak Ascendant Immortal player. That is currently playing in Diamond 3. He is playing Jett on Ascent. And basically, today we're doing the Jett on Ascent VOD review, obviously. So just a bit of a backstory. I already did some coaching with Adam. He didn't play Valorant for a very long time, and you know, we need to make a new improvement plan and program for him, new training, blah 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 blah. So this is more of a checkup rather than anything else. So Adam is gonna get all of the good stuff after the stream, but today we're just gonna take a look, you know, what he can do better with Jett on Ascent and also in general. So when it comes to the tracker, Adam, you already know the story. Like I really want you to play in the next 12 weeks. Just a second. In the next 12 weeks, I want you to play 3 ranked games per day, every single day. I also want you to make a second account on which you're going to play 1 ranked game per day. And that 1 ranked game per day that you play only when you're 100% focused and ready to win. I want you to make your own data tracking document. I want you to make your own playbook. And I'm gonna be reviewing all of this shit in the future checkups that we're gonna do as well. After this VOD review, I'm gonna review everything that you share with me privately, like the warm-up, the hand cam, the everything. And tomorrow I'm gonna hit you up with solutions and what you should be doing for the next 12 weeks. When it comes to the tracker, I mean, there's really nothing to review. You know, you kind of came back like last act into the game. We're kind of stomping these Diamond and Platinum and Ascendant lobbies. Overall, most of the things seem fine. The only thing that doesn't seem fine is maybe your mechanics and aim. So we're definitely going to need to hit some aim training a bit in the next 12 weeks. And when it comes to like everything else, it's totally fine. Anyway, so you know, starting from tomorrow, through private messages, you can ask me 5 questions every single day, and you can share with me 3 clips for an in-depth review. In the coaching intro folder, I explained like how these clip reviews should look like. You know, basically they should be the whole rounds, and I also explained like you know, what you should mainly focus on. So every single day you can do that, but one unfortunate thing is that when I'm on vacations, I don't do the clip reviews, I don't do the questions. So, you know, for 11 days, you won't have an option to do that, but when I come back on 12th of July, you can start spamming the shit out of me. Now, when it comes to tracker, really nothing to talk about that much. Like, when it comes to the agents, we can practically continue with whatever we set up for you previously. And as far as I remember, but I don't remember that good, so I need to check it. Just a moment, like... I think Jett was one of our main agents, right?
Yep.
Jett and what else? What else? Just a moment. So
I played Reyna a lot and probably Omen, I'm guessing. I don't remember as well.
So this is what I share with you. Okay. Let me just see what we set up here. So that was a long time ago, 2023. Holy shit. My dude really took a break.
I was in the high school as well then.
Yep. Okay, that's covered. Well, I cannot really find like which agents you played, but I think we did a few VOD reviews on Omen, as far as I remember, and it was mainly Omen, I think, back in the days.
And Jett.
Omen and Jett, yeah. So I think we can just roll with that for now, since you have all of the content for these agents. So you know what we can do is we can lock onto these 3 characters right now. So basically, like you can pick Jett for the next 12 weeks as your main agent. We can pick Chamber as a flex, and we can pick Omen as a fill, basically. So that can be your pick priority order. Anyways, after this, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna share with you exactly what you're gonna do, but, you know, I really don't see a problem. Why the fuck would you be playing anything else all the way up to Immortal 3? When it comes to everything that I'm gonna share with you after the stream, our main goal is gonna be making out of you an Immortal Plus player, like Immortal 2, Immortal 3, in the next 12 weeks. So in the next 12 weeks, I want you to hit Immortal 3. We're gonna have 3 checkups, like 1 checkup during at the end of July, end of August, and end of September. And then because you got the RCP Ultimate, I mean, you can, we can have a checkup every single month, obviously. Now, when it comes to weapons and loadouts, all of this is fine, pretty good. Like, obviously, you're kind of smurfing in these lobbies at the moment. When it comes to weapon versatility, not bad, better than most of the players that I see. Just a few things is like, you should definitely start using Marshal more to save the money for the Operator for the round number 4 when you win the round number 1. You should definitely give a bit more love to the Outlaw, Shorty, and Bandit as well. Everything else is fine, as it should be, basically. Vandal works a bit better for you than a Phantom, so you can just keep playing Vandal as a main weapon, and we definitely need to, find some good aim training for you tomorrow. Okay, other than that, like, really nothing to talk about because you just played 58 matches, you just came back, so literally whatever. Probably we're gonna get Immortal 1 quite easily, and then from Immortal 1 to Immortal 3 is gonna be a bit harder. Okay, so, Ascent. When it comes to Ascent on a defender side, Ascent is a fast rotation map, which basically means that you always prioritize the team play over the map control, and you're never willing to die alone in the pistol rounds and in the first round trying to defend some area of the map, unless you're in some kind of a disadvantage or you're forced to do that. So generally speaking, like, just focus on team play, refray game, and of course on this map we cannot be losing the information in the A main, B main, and mid. Like, we always need to take a bit more aggressive positions and try to fuck up the enemies in the choke points, or at least try to get 1 pick, basically, before you get onto some secondary off angles. Ascent is your default site, number 1 priority, B site number 2 priority, but what you truly prioritize on this map, as always for the last 6 effing years, is the market and garden area of the map. And what's very important on Ascent is that you use the closing doors in a smart way to separate the enemies, to lure them in, and to play them. Now, first round we always play on A site, second round we always play on A site, and then from the third round we're gonna see what enemies did in the first 2 rounds to position properly. Now, when it comes to the team comps, your team comp is okay, regular ranked shit. Not really the best, but we have everything that we need. And when it comes to the enemy team comp, the only thing that we need to pay attention on is that KO knife, and we really need to be dodging that KO knife as much as we can. Now, for the first round with Jett, I would simply recommend you to do only 1 strategy. Right now in Rank Soul, I mean, in the playbook you have, like, I don't know, I explained 7 different strategies how you can play Jett in the first round, and what you're doing right now is totally fine as well. Like, just picking up the bandit with a smoke, and jiggling enemies in the A main, trying to get a pick here, and then whatever else you want to do. But I would just recommend you get a ghost, drop a shorty here, then with a ghost bait the enemies in the A main area of the map. Just go for 1 dead zone, and that's it. Then enemies are going to be coming into the A site, go into the short smoke, pick up the shorty. When the enemies are closing the switch, you just pop out, bam bam, dash away, take a ghost back, and destroy the doors and go for a retake. Like, this is the easiest way to make a 5v4 numbers advantage in the first round. And if the enemies are going B, I mean, do you need anything else with a Jett except except a ghost and a dash ability to retake the B site? Now, excusez-moi, like, I just forgot that I enabled a fucking exit lag, and I have like 200 ping right now. In just a second.
This is like with chamber, basically, so your strat is always shorty on A.
Yeah, like, this strategy is amazing, like, with movement agents. I mean, movement, like, Bailey, Chamber, and Jett, because of a dash ability and teleport. Like, that's basically a free pick for you. Like, the only thing that can fuck you up is like, if enemy Killjoy or Phoenix drop a Molotov in the smoke. They have a lineup for that, but let's be honest, in ranked solo queue, you're not gonna you're not
Yeah,
gonna
that dog shit.
you're not gonna see that. Like you know, only maybe in Radiant lobbies and in high elo lobbies people do that, but in these lobbies, like you're not gonna see that. Are you French, puppy? Oh, oui, oui, baguette. Just a
I
second.
wouldn't be here if Charlatan was French.
Yeah. Where are you from? I forgot.
I'm Polish.
Oh yeah, Poland. Yeah. Okay. Show me your screen. Go into Valorant. I just want to see your settings quickly, like just to get some data there, because I need
You need to
to.
give me a second.
Yeah, all good, all good, all good, all good. In the meantime, we can watch this. Yeah, actually, let's wait. Let's wait.
I mean,
Okay.
I try, of course.
I did not have Valorant prepared.
All good, all good. We
It's
have
booting.
time.
Yeah, it's booting.
Oh, madre mia. So essentially, that's gonna be the plan for us. You know, like for 12 weeks, you're gonna be doing some kind of a training. We're gonna have some kind of a plan for you, and then we'll see throughout these 12 weeks, you know, how the things are going. Nothing is set in stone. We're gonna be changing things based on how much you're improving, how much you're getting better. So, you know, like if we see that the training and the stuff is not giving results, we're gonna flip the switch immediately. But I think the ride to Immortal 1 is gonna be very smooth. But from Immortal 1, like, probably we're gonna need to adapt something.
I mean, I played Reina a lot. I don't know if that counts. Anyway, I have like hundreds of hours in Reina, I think.
I know.
I don't know if it counts towards anything. Oh wait, why the fuck did I turn on range? Muscle memory, sorry.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Go. Just show me your settings. Go to General. Okay, 0154. Which since DPI?
1600, I think.
Mouse.
Fuck. I think a Razer or something. Yeah, a Razer mouse. I don't remember which one specifically.
You have some Razer mouse, and you don't know which one.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I forgot, man. I bought it a while ago.
Keyboard.
Wooting.
Mousepad.
60. It's unnamed basically. It's from a desk.
I'll see it on the hand cam. Okay. Monitor brand refresh rate.
Agon 165 Hz.
Absolute.
And the mouse is Viper V3 Pro.
Absolute dog shit of a monitor, by the way. Like if
Yeah,
if you ever wanna, mouse is Viper V3 Pro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and headphones IMs.
Headphones Steel Series.
Okay, the only thing I would change in your setup is probably the monitor in the future, but you know that's not the reason why you're not Radiant. So you know you don't need to bother with that too much. And yeah, show me the later actually. Scroll down.
Yep.
Down. Okay, controls. Down. Equipment. Down. Up. Equip spike instead of 4, put it on 5. Communication. Okay, video. Down. NVIDIA reflex on plus boost. Graphics. Oh, okay. Low.
Everything?
Yeah. Low.
Okay.
Off. Anti-aliasing on. Improve clarity on. Experimental on. Distortion off. Cache shadows off. Audio. Voiceover. Go to video back. Stats.
Wait, it lags for some reason. Oh,
It's okay. Stats. Scroll down a bit. Input latency, paragraph. Enable everything text only. Press escape.
That's a lot of text.
Escape.
Yep.
Okay. Disable all of this shit.
Disable what all shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go into lobby.
I play on Warsaw servers.
Yeah, show me the servers.
It's pain.
Maybe try exit leg and don't play on Warsaw. Warsaw is shit, like in Europe. Like
Thanks.
Frankfurt, London. That's it, bro. I mean, London number 1, Frankfurt number 2, and that's it. So maybe you know, try exit leg. Why not? For like maybe I don't know, 3 days you have free trial. If you might use my link as well. Now, so and maybe you can get a ping down to like 40 instead of 47. But I will not play on Warsaw, Stockholm ever in my life. And you know, London number 1, Frankfurt number 2, Paris number 3, and that's it. Now, but to be honest, London only. Now, when it comes to voting, show me the voting settings.
Okay. I have. It's a new keyboard for me, so it's Woody, yeah, the app, I'm guessing.
Yeah, utility.io.
Oh, I didn't set it up.
No, it's okay, it's okay. Go to rapid triggers.
Yep.
Okay, that's some pretty fast shit on everything. Okay. Okay, you can stop sharing the screen. All good. I'll see if something is wrong or I think we need to change something. I'll just tell you as always. Okay, now we are ready for the first round. Surprise me. Okay. Listen, this angle you're holding statically only with snipers. Like with any other gun, you need to go in and out. Like, you're just in a huge peeker's disadvantage here, like everyone is pre-firing this position. Enemies can peek you from top and bottom as well. In and out. AD. Now, on Ascent, fast rotation map, on the first contact between your team and the enemy team, knife in the hands, rotate. So here, knife in the hands, close the doors, rotate on B. And we leave the doors closed down, because we don't know if enemy Cypher is maybe going to lurk and flank, so that he cannot catch this type of a timing if he's doing that. Like, he needs to go all the way through here if you wanna go for a solo flank and lurk. Always close the doors when you're leaving the A set open. And also, if enemies decide to go like from A short, from B towards the A site, they will have to destroy the doors themselves.
Makes sense, okay.
Here, listen, like, you know, in this situation, I mean, you have two options. You can play with your teammates to the CT because anyways, like, your job on this retake is to take the sector number 1, which is essentially, you know, the part of the switch, and then we clear the B main, and then we clear the site. But of course, like in this specific example, you know, you can also play with Chamber. You know, he's playing alone, and essentially, like, you know, you can just double up with a teammate that is playing alone and play a refrag with him. Let me see this fight.
Bring them down. They're blind with fear. Spike planted.
Yeah.
Blocking sight. Reloading.
Okay, I mean, pretty much here, like, you should know that both enemies are on the site. I mean, like, as far as I can hear, at least, there's 2 types of gunshots coming from B. So in this situation where you're like 3v2, like 2 of the teammates play together, 1 teammate plays alone. And in this case, like, I mean, you can just be a lonely guy going through the speedway while 2 of your teammates are going through the stairs. Now, one problem here is that, you know, why are you running it down? Like, this is just literally running it down. Brother, you have like around 30 seconds to defuse the spike. 30 seconds to kill these enemies. Like, okay, first of all, when you're going through the speedway, like, you need to just clear the speedway properly. Like, we don't know if maybe one enemy is maybe gonna play here on this off angle and peek you like that. So we should have cleared that angle. Now when you come up here, so when you're going for this retake with your teammates through the speedway, you need to wait for your teammates to make a hard contact. Like, whoever is playing alone, he should be a secondary fight with the enemies, because that guy doesn't have any refrag potential with the rest of the team. So if you're playing alone through the speedway and you have 2 teammates at the stairs, you need to wait for a harder contact between enemies and your teammates before you make a move. Or if you want to make a move because you have a dash ability. Okay, first jump spot this to see if enemies are maybe below you, to see if maybe, you know, KO is playing here. If KO is maybe playing on this angle, maybe he got it, you know, by doing this during the execute. I'm in the best postman position on the B side. And then you go for a peek once you get the information. I mean, you cannot just swing out like this through the speedway, where enemies can play so many different angles and expect to win that fight or expect to, like, survive that type of an engagement. Get the info first, wait for your teammates to make a hard contact, and then you're just a pressure maker in this situation. Like, you know, enemies will know that you're in the speedway, but they don't know, like, when you're gonna peek out. And two of your teammates are already fighting together, so there's absolutely no reason for you to die first or to be the first contact against the enemies here. Like here, you know, clear the speedway properly, jump spot this angle to reveal the KO, because we don't know exactly where is the KO, and then you decide when you want to fight, how you want to fight, etc, etc. Here, if you just played a bit more patiently, like, you know, you could have used your potential completely. Like, I mean, literally, like, there's no reason for you to be the first contact with the enemies if you're playing alone from the speedway. Now, second round of Ascent, like, no matter what happens in the first round, you're always playing on the A side. Just, if you win the first round, the best idea with a Jett is get a Marshal, get one smoke, get a heavy shield, and just lock down the mid area of the map from the short like this. And just hold this angle. And just react on the contacts between your team and the enemy team and do fast rotations. And that is your only job in the second round. Then we play the third bonus round, and then in a fourth round, we can already pull out the operator and start shitting on the enemies. Especially in this game, we should be pulling out the operator as soon as possible. And potentially even a double op setup with a chamber. They don't have a single recon ability in their team, except the Cypher's camera and the KO knife, which is like whatever. The, you know, KO knife cannot scout you. I mean, it cannot push you back, essentially. So, you know, in this match, we should be managing economy in that way. So I will not be. Listen, Outlaw is not a bad weapon. Outlaw is the most optimal second round weapon, second anti-eco round weapon on a defender's side. But, you know, Marshal, Heavy Shield, one smoke, you save a lot of economy for the round number 4. Then in a third round, you know, make sure that you survive the second round and that you transfer the Marshal for the third round. Or if you die with the Marshal, you can just get a Bandit, for an example, with one smoke. And that is plenty enough for a bonus round. And then in a fourth round, you pull out the operator and the match is practically over on a defender's side. And in this round, you should never be fighting the enemies in A-main, because in this second anti-eco round, chances are just the highest that enemies will make some kind of a mid-pressure, because that's what usually ranked solo queue players do, which is absolutely diabolical and absolutely fucking stupid. But 60% of times in ranked solo queue, when the players lose the first round, in the second round, they're trying to fight on mid, I don't know, with sheriffs, marshals, even classic pistol, which is diabolical, basically, like, but just players have that stupid mentality. You see, like, you see the fight that happened between Chamber and Reyna, like, that is the fight that you want to take in the second round. And, you know, that's a free pick for you, with a Marshal. That's a free kill, essentially. I mean, Outlaw as well. So right now, you should be the one killing that Reyna, making an instant numbers advantage. And this is all based, you know, on stats that we have from ranked solo queue data. Now listen, whenever you're holding this angle alone, you are forced to, like, hold the upper peak most of the time. So with Outlaw, you cannot hold this shit, basically. Like, you should mainly be holding the upper peak, and then on every 2 or 3 seconds, you're checking the lower. And if you lose a lot of time onto this angle, just check it a bit deeper, and then, you know, continue holding the upper peak. But also keep in mind that, you know, you really don't need to take this fight alone in the second anti-eco round. Like, if you already see on the minimap that, you know, one enemy is at the tiles, your teammates are fighting aggressively on mid, there's one enemy in the B mid, fuck the A site. You know, you don't need to hold it aggressively anymore, or hold it whatsoever. You know, if you get these 2 kills right here. Even if the enemy is taking the A site, in the worst case scenario, we're gonna be what? Like in a 5v3 retake on the A side. Oh, in an anti-eco round doing a 5v3 retake, yeah, you know, that's pretty fucking easy. So if you're already afraid here that you might lose the timing onto the enemies, because, you know, this fight is really unfavorable when you're using the outlaw, like, just leave this position completely, and what you can do, like, is just position towards the A short, hold this, and when the enemies make even more aggressive pressure on mid, we're just there. You know, we can just be farming the enemies with the outlaw, occasionally checking our back, just for the information, and playing with our teammates. So you don't need to focus this much on the map control or taking this type of a pick alone, if it is already too dangerous for you because you have an outlaw. Okay.
Okay.
We gave you this outlaw, what the fuck? Your teammates?
Right here.
Oh, thanks, mate. I love you.
Okay. Listen, since we got this outlaw for free, to be honest, in this round, you should just get a light shield and one smoke, and that's it. And we can still save enough money to pull out the operator in the round number 4. Like, you know, before the match even starts, you need to have some kind of an idea, like which weapons you want to abuse during that match, what you should expect from the enemies, and basically, you know, how you can counter the enemy's team composition on that specific map in the easiest way. Like, in this match, enemies are just fucked in mid, A main, and B main. Like, they don't have a Sova, they don't have Fade, they have no recon abilities. Like, we can just take free picks left and right in every single round. Okay.
Drop in a smoke.
Okay. In this third round, it's okay what you're doing, I guess. Because in the first round, enemies went B. In the second round, they once again kind of made pressure on B, and then went mid and played some kind of a default. So it was okay in this round to make a gamble and play A short and lock down the tiles. But now that you got, you know, information that enemies are going B, knife in the hands, insta rotation, fast. One of your teammates died, so enemies are not gonna go back. There's absolutely no way. We need to rotate. Move.
Race 1 HP.
Move. Move. Move.
CHARLATAN.
Move. Move. So already now you should be somewhere where, I don't know, chamber, in between chamber and clove, and rotate with the knife out.
Zaczęła jedzie.
Who are you waiting for? Like, enemies just got a pick? Why would enemies go back here? Hmm?
Yeah, I just brained that, I think. I mean, it doesn't make sense to stand here. I'm watching this and I'm pissed off. It's fun.
Listen, also in this third bonus round, and in every eco round, you know, when the round becomes very unwinnable, like, for example, this round right now, there's no fucking way we win it. Like, you have, like, around 5 or 10% of chances of winning this round. Just focus on getting as many kills as possible. Because even if you just damage the enemy's economy, in the next round, instead of operator, we can maybe pull outlaw again, and maybe enemies won't have enough money to buy the heavy shields. So right now, like, the worst mistake you can make is, like, you know, take some crazy fights or actually try to go for this retake. We're winning 2-0, damage the enemy's economy, and then next round, we can easily break completely the enemy's economy and just fuck them up with outlaw or operator.
Spike planted. I can't use that. See ya.
Okay. Also, like, you know, even here, you know, winning this round is still like 5-10% maximum. So you don't need to go for some crazy play still. If you kill all 3 of these enemies and still lose this round, it's a W for us. Like, that economy damage that you can make in a third bonus round is, you know, like, you can do it like 90% of times if you just play for the exit kills. Like, a mistake that the Valorant players are making a lot is they're trying to force to win every fucking round out of their ass, even if they're like, I don't know, 1 versus 5 for an example. And they're completely disregarding the fact that even by losing a round, but still getting all of these fucking kills, you completely destroy the enemy's economy, and then winning the next round should become a piece of cake, essentially, for you.
Blocking sight. Last player standing.
Okay, that, you know, we were trying to go for some Matrix type of shit, I'm not gonna lie. Like here, bro, like, okay, you smoked off that guy. Don't try to no-scope this dude. And let's not greed for the weapons. Okay, let's wait for this smoke to disappear. And then with the outlaw, let's try to get 2 more picks. Maybe we can kill the last guy as well. W. Literally a W. Then in the next round, enemies are fucked.
Okay.
Last player.
That was too fancy. Holy shit.
You see, for example, if you just killed all 5 of these enemies and took exit kills, like what you could have also done here is like maybe walk all the way back into the B main and get 3 kills for free. So you would have, first of all, you would have built up your ultimate. So in this round, we can use the ultimate as a main weapon and save even more money for the rest of the match. Second thing is, you're gonna be building a second ultimate immediately for this half, which is gonna, you know, 1 more free weapon that we can use. And look at the enemy's economy. If you killed all 5 of the enemies, not a single enemy would have a heavy shield in this round. And you can just, in this 4th round, pull out the outlaw, go for the body shots, and that's it. Like, you know, that's a free round for you, essentially. So you don't need to force it, you know, force some of these players, like, in this bonus round, just think like, okay, I'm in a 2v3, 3v5 retake, you know, my chances of winning this round are pretty fucking low, essentially. Like, how can I ensure that I have easier time winning the rest of the rounds? Like, you focus a bit more in the future, you know, like, especially in the early stages of the game, like, you know, you don't need to try winning every single round that there is. Now, in this round, like, you know, once again, the best idea is to play around the A site and A short, because, once again, enemies went B. So, in the first round, they went B, second round, they defaulted, third round, they went B. So, in this 4th round, we simply just need to gamble that they might try the A push based on the AB rule. Anyways, A set is your default site, so we're not really making any mistakes. One problem in this match is that the only thing that you cannot do, because of this enemy team composition, you cannot play this angle and this angle with the dash ability. Because KO might destroy you with a flash, with a knife. Reyna can destroy you with a flash as well. Cypher can reveal you with a camera. They have a lot of, you know, pressure making tool for these type of off angles. So it's just gonna be a waste of a dash ability if you use it for these type of plays. I mean, listen, like, if Clover is giving a one-way smoke here, you should have held that one-way smoke. You know, enemies were quite literally running through it, so maybe we could have gotten 1 pick there. Okay.
Nice glove.
I mean, listen, instead of destroying these doors, you should have been supporting your Clove. I mean, let's be honest, brother, like, you know, you see the enemy smoke in A short behind you, but you know, they are doing the split, obviously. Like, why else would they drop that type of smoke? So as soon as the Clove killed this raise and you destroy the doors, you should have focused on playing with your Clove. Like, that smoke just tells you, okay, enemies are going for a split. They're probably gonna do a 2-3 or a 3-2 split. Let's kill all of the fucking enemies in the A short with a Clove. And then, you know, later on I can support my chamber on site. Like, I mean, who the fuck cares about that guy anyways? Like, the doors are gonna be open and we can fuck up the enemies with our Clove immediately.
Nice glove.
And here I really don't understand, like, why did you even go on the tower? Like, you have a perfect crossfire setup with a chamber. Like, Amen is smoked off. They don't have a smoke for the doors. We have Clove in the A short. Why don't we just play a 1-2 setup where, you know, Chamber's playing alone on the site, I play with a Clove, and we play some kind of a crossfire.
Spike down A.
You know, here you would have killed this Reyna already. I just don't know, like, why did you go for like this this rotation on the rafters?
One enemy remaining.
Okay, we literally didn't see this Cypher at all during this this round. So whenever the enemy sentinel is missing, instantly focus on your ass. And that's it. So here you should be holding the CT.
Cutting their vision. Have one of these. Spike is safe. Cutting their vision.
Like basically what you should have done in in this ending of the round is just hold this line of sight from the tower, because this Cypher is probably coming through market or through the B-min. He was probably lurking. We didn't see him at all during this round. We're just holding this for the information. We're not fighting too much and denying the Cypher to have these two openings. But of course, like, I mean, since the spike is in the A-min, we can just 4-stack the A-min area of the map and just play together. So here, like, we're just holding the A-min and that's it. Okay, this round should be all over. You need to play this aggressively. I mean, listen, if you're Reyna want to take some kind of a stupid position like that, and the rest of your teammates are playing passively, fuck it. Like, you can still hold this tower push from here and still support your Reyna, but you're not committing yourself to any diabolical fight. Or what you can do is, like, just hide behind the wall. Maybe hold this position. Maybe Cypher is gonna lurk up through garden. He sees the Reyna. He plays on the trigger discipline and tries to do this. Like, we can just bait the shit out of that Reyna. Who the fuck cares about her? Like, we just need to get the info about the Cypher and finish this round with the rest of the team. Okay, now in this round, obviously, chances are like, 70-80% that enemies are gonna go either mid or B. So starting the B-main area of the map is the best idea. Listen, when you're holding these tight angles, hold them as tight as your reaction time allows you to get a kill 3 out of 10 times. But of course, we can also use this angle holding just for the information. And then when you get the info, you can go for a re-swing with the dash ability, get a pick, and then reposition onto some secondary angle. Okay, now we cannot play the upper angles in the CT.
I need to rebind these buttons, man.
I'll find you.
Okay, that's fine. Now listen, whenever you reposition towards the speedway, especially in the early rounds, always try to abuse this off angle to get the picks and to surprise the enemies. Like, so you went up here, just take this cover on timing, peek the enemies, try to get a pick, drop down, then from the stairs, we can take another fight. We can dash towards the CT smoke and reset ourselves. Or we can just play, with whoever is on the bomb site at that moment of time. Don't lose this off angle, because it's really good when you're playing some kind of a crossfire setup with your teammates that are in the market and the stairs. I mean, like, enemies maybe clear the speedway, they don't see you there, they over-focus on Reyna and Fade. Those are free picks and free kills for you.
Blocking sight. Blocking sight.
Like, there was absolutely no reason for you here to waste your dash ability, to waste the smokes, to even make a sound. Like, just keep your location a secret, play at the speedway there, wait for the enemies to come out, play with the Reyna, play with the Fade, that's it. Like, you just...
So you don't hold there, you only just pick on timing there?
No, just pick on timing, but there's no way that enemies are gonna walk out into a site like this. Like, they're gonna be running, making enormous amount of footsteps. Like, there's Reyna holding the stairs as well. Like, just wait for the Reyna's contact, hide here on this angle, and then bam.
Okay.
Reloading.
Okay. Whenever you deny, the enemies execute like this, and enemies cut the noise. Like, there's two things that can happen, obviously. Enemies are either gonna rotate towards the nearest area of the map, like to make a pressure there, or they're gonna reheat the site. But in ranked solo queue, 70% of times, what you should be doing in these examples is just instantly go market and basically be ready for a contact with the enemies in the tiles. Because anyways, from the market, we're still there to support our teammates on the B site without any problems. But 70% of the times in ranked solo queue, like, the next contact that's gonna happen between your team and the enemy team is gonna be in the tiles.
One minute.
Oh yeah, I'm close mid.
So here, you know, already now, you should have been in the market with your Reyna, with your Fade, and getting ready for this fight in the mid area of the map.
Cypher, the camera.
Now, there's one mistake that we can do here. You know, like, we still don't know if the whole enemy team is rotating. We just knew that the next contact is gonna happen in the tiles, obviously. But now you need to jump for this angle because, you know, we still don't know if maybe someone is holding us in the beam and if enemies left one of their teammates in the beam in.
It's like
So, you know, you should not be dry peeking this angle. Just jump spot it, get the information. Anyways, like, you need to cross towards the Fade and Reyna as soon as possible. You know, we know that there's like 2 or 3 enemies on mid. Like, we cannot be wasting our time on the B set right now.
I get walled
One
down.
enemy
Party's
remaining.
over. My ult's ready.
Fuck, one shot.
Okay.
Looks
Nice.
like I was.
We got a bit lucky that...
Can I get walled down? On the if I jump spotted there, couldn't I get walled down?
chances that you die from that is like 1 out of 10. It's better that you don't risk peeking, because if this raise was holding you, for an example, and if you didn't hit that insane timing, you just would have been dead, essentially.
Yeah.
It's better like just jump spot it, brother, like get the info. Your chances of dying from this wallbang is like 1 out of 20, 1 out of 30, below, I don't know, 1%, essentially, especially in these ranks. Get the info. Aha, Raze is now there. I know exactly where to place my crosser. I can go for a fight, take a kill, and that's it. Or maybe I don't even need to fight that Raze alone. Maybe I can ask Fade, 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 come, come, come. And once again, create some crossfire setup and kill that Raze on timing together with the Fade.
Doesn't she have an advantage in holding, no? I'm very close to the wall.
There.
Listen, like, basically, when you peek like this, you always have the advantage over the enemies. Peeker's advantage. And, you know, you should be taking this type of fights in Valorant quite a lot. Like, whenever you reveal the enemy somewhere, and you know exactly where to place your crosser, and you peek from the wall that is closer to you, with 1.5 step, like this, you're abusing, like, the maximum peeker's advantage in Valorant, essentially. And a lot of the times, like, what especially in, like, Ascendant and Diamond and lower lobbies, one mistake the players do, they hold the angles way too tight with their crosshair placement. You know, they're always mainly ready for a jiggle peek instead of a wider swing. And then, you know, that guy needs to catch your movement. You can stop at any moment of time here. You know exactly where is the enemy Raze. And, you know, just with one tap, you can get that guy out of the server.
Going this wall.
Okay. This is pretty risky. You play on the S at this round, totally fine. Absolutely, you don't know. Nothing to object here. We just fucked up the enemy's push on B. So they're either gonna go mid or A in this round.
Mid.
Yeah, come on, we'll see, man. Listen, yeah, if your Reyna goes for this type of a push, go. Go support this idiot. You know, like, go with him.
2 mids, I think. Yeah, 2 mids.
Anyways, like, you know, another thing that is really good in ranked solo queue is doing, like, double flanks and double lurks. Especially if, you know, the rest of your team is living a happy life and they're not dying. So, what we learned about the enemies in these 6 rounds. We learned where the KO is using his utility. We learned that enemies really like to pressure tiles and B site more than A site and top mid. And we learned that enemy Cypher, you know, likes to lurk, obviously. So those are the 3 things that we always need to keep in mind as we are positioning right now on a defender side. So right now, probably the enemy Cypher is already, you know, working up the B main area of the map, because there's no one in the A main and no one on top mid as well. There's probably like 2 or 3 enemies around the tiles. So right now, you know, we should just support our Reyna, play with the Reyna, and finish this round. Okay, but actually
What the
Cypher is
fuck?
playing with the team here.
Don't push.
Listen, when you go for this type of double flanks and double lurks, and enemies don't know about you, you know, here for example, like, enemies don't have anyone that can hear your footsteps. Like, you can bait the shit out of this teammate right here and just play like a Joker card for the rest of this type of a round. Like here, let the Reyna fight, let her do whatever the fuck she wanna do. You know, if she gets a kill, that's a W, obviously. But even if the Reyna dies, what players don't really expect or respect in ranked solo queue is a possibility that there's like 2 players pushing from the behind. So when they kill this Reyna, chances that they're gonna be ready for you as well is like below 20% in ranked solo queue. So here, you know, like let the Reyna run it down. Here, shift up, let her die, you know, let her do whatever the fuck she wanna do. And now you're just on timing. Surprise the enemies, take the kills, close out this round, and that's it.
What the fuck?
So you
So here
rather let the teammate die to get a timing than trade her, even if you're in a position to trade her.
Depends on the numbers and economy. You know, like if you already have a huge numbers advantage, just run it down with that teammate. But here, you know, like since you already have such an insane timing to surprise the enemies and just close out this round yourself, like, you know, there's no reason to play a training game with this Reyna. And especially here, you know, even here, like, enemies don't know that you're coming from the top mid. So when you activate this dash ability, so here, you walked, so here you're walking. Okay, like, there's no way that enemies know about you. Like, there's no way that they heard double footsteps here on the top mid, based on their positioning. Only if one enemy is in the spawn, but, you know, I would gamble that there's no enemies in the spawn, because we would have known about them when the Reyna got tripped by the Cypher trip. So here, just, okay, activate the dash ability, and walk down the speedway. Like, you know, now you have such a huge surprise mechanic to close out this round.
What the fuck?
Done for.
You don't need to run it down like this. If you just walked up, but you know, there's like on timing, you would have destroyed the enemies here.
2 mid.
Blocking sight.
Don't pick that.
I mean, this reset was okay. You know, we're playing a 4v3 round, and essentially like, you know, fighting that fight on mid with a fade would be a bit risky, because enemies can isolate you in 2 1v1s, and, you know, God knows what's gonna happen. So what we did here is like a pretty optimal safe play, and literally doesn't matter. Like, enemies are still playing an eco round, we can close out this round together with our teammates. But what we really need to do right now is we need to fight those enemies on mid. Like, now we need to tell our chamber, brother, let's peek it at A short, and let's just close out this round immediately. Before the, I don't know, enemy Cypher hits some insane, I don't know, like, who's alive, who's in the beam area of the map. Enemies might hit some insane timing to surprise you and kill you.
One is already market.
Like here, just play with the chamber, let's go for a double peek to the short, let's close out this round.
Coming market.
Yeah, it's speed.
Yeah, 2 market.
Nice.
2 lost market.
Yeah, both market.
But to be honest, like, the main opportunity that you missed in this round is like walking down from top mid and just surprising the enemies and getting the kills there. Like, you could have easily gotten like 1 or 2 picks, especially with the dash ability, and just, you know, end this round already.
I never left.
Yeah, no, they have guns inside. Yeah.
I know exactly where you are.
Spike planted.
Now, this is a bit of a problem. You know, this is why you should have tried closing out this round on mid. You know, like, the more you give your teammates freedom to take this type of fights, the less success you're gonna find in ranked solo queue. Now we need to clear a lot of the angles.
Last player standing.
Yeah.
Thrifty.
So, the best play you could have done in this round is like bait the shit out of this Reyna, let the Reyna go for whatever the fuck she wanna go. You know, if she gets a kill, that's a W. If she doesn't get a kill, it doesn't matter. You know, it's a 4v3 anyways. Reyna dies. Now you activate the dash ability, slowly walk up top mid. You will definitely surprise the enemies. Get 1 or 2 picks, and then you can close out this round with a chamber, fade on mid, and that's it. And also here, when you're rotating from A side, towards the A side,
Blocking
you
sight.
should have just told your chamber, brother, like, let's just help her fade out, and let's just, you know, pinch the enemies there and fuck them up before they kill your Fade, before they kill your Clove and anyone else.
Coming market.
Okay, listen. In ranked solo queue, usually when you see that KO players have the ultimate, 70% of times it's a B push. And especially, especially in this match, where enemies were more focused on B rather than A, you should be playing in the B main right now and trying to get a kill with this operator.
It was 70. Shit.
It's vegan.
And, you know, they're going B. Close these market doors, especially because if Cypher is lurking, once again, you know, like, it takes... So, if a player is lurking through A main, like this, it takes that player, like, around 15 seconds to walk up from this position all the way to this position. But if you leave the doors open, then, you know, that guy, in just a few seconds, like, you know, around 10 seconds, he can reach this position and already be ready to backstab you and fuck you up. Or maybe kill your chamber that is in the A short.
So always close the door when rotating, basically.
Yeah. Not always, but 95% of times.
Yeah, there's always a nuance, but yeah.
Now, here I really don't know what you're doing. You know, we didn't really stop the enemy's push on B. Enemies are still running it down with the Chaos ultimate. Knife in the hands. You need to be in the CT in the next 10 seconds with the operator. And ready to support your Reyna and Fade if they survive somehow. So I really don't know what you're doing here because, you know, enemies are just running it down.
Eyes down.
Good kill.
Spike
Okay.
planted.
Stairs.
Sorted.
Close to market now.
In this type of a 2v2, it is totally fine if you use your ultimate to clutch up a round like this, especially if you miss a shot with the operator and you waste this dash ability for nothing. I mean, right now, yes, like, we should be searching for this kill on Reyna with the operator. We know that Reyna is somewhere on the left side or in the B main, and we know that Clove is Speedway or Stairs or on the B side. And since you have a dash ability, sure, we can do this. And yeah, now since you got a kill, you should just trade this operator for some Vandal or Phantom on the ground and play a 2v1 retake with a chamber. Also, we should tell our chamber here that Clove is on the site, because I don't know what the fuck your chamber doing.
Enemy remaining.
Right.
Here, you should listen, man. Like, you have you have around 37 or 38 seconds to defuse a spike here. Relax a bit. Wait for the chamber to destroy the doors. Wait for the chamber to be ready to play with you, and then, you know, use your I mean, here you don't need to use dash ability for anything. You know, maybe you can use the dash ability just to scout if the enemy, like Clove, is maybe close. You can lock down this line of sight, wait for the chamber to destroy the doors and be ready to go out. We can smoke off this, pick up a Vandal from the Reyna, and now just fight a 2v1 up front with her chamber.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
You know, this is why you should have waited a bit more, like, so that Clove cannot pick up some insane timing like this and separate you into 1 versus 1 fights. Like, you just hold this line of sight, wait for the chamber to finish his job of whatever the fuck he's doing right now, you know? And when the chamber opens the doors and is peeking towards the Speedway and Stairs, we do this, take a Vandal, be ready for the Stairs fight, we wait for the chamber to come down, and then you just decide where you want to fight together. Okay. Now listen, you know, in this specific match, we could have read the enemies in the early rounds based on some of these rules and some of these patterns. But in this round here, we really have nothing to actually read the enemies. The only thing that we have is the usual patterns and tendencies that they had in the previous rounds. So in this match, enemies had just more tendencies to aggress your teammates in the tiles and in the B main area of the map. So the best gamble we can make in this round is start bottom mid with a Reyna, defend the tiles, defend the top mid, and be ready to do a fast rotation towards the fade to defend the B side. Like, especially as the match is going, you know, as the match is being prolonged, in the rounds 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Most of the times, what you will have to use to read the enemies is either their team composition, ultimate status, or their usual tendencies they had in the previous parts of the match. So here, you know, in this match, enemies were more focused on tiles, more focused on B. In this round, I really have nothing else to read the enemies. So let's just start bottom mid. And even if you start bottom mid, I mean, like, you can just rotate from bottom mid to short in 2 seconds and be ready to support your teammates on the A set and A short.
It's at least, bro.
And you see, like right now, you should be bottom mid, there with the Reyna, killing the enemy Cypher, killing the enemy Raze, and finishing this round already there. So, you know, what's really important and what I really want you, like, what I'm really going to be teaching you more through the next 12 weeks is you need to be right, like 8 out of 12 times, where the enemies are going to go next in ranked solo queue, especially when you're playing Jett. Because, you know, the main power of Jett is, like, getting those picks with a dash ability, early picks, and we need to be right, you know, 8 out of 12 times on a defender's side. And if, you know, I can predict where the enemies are going to go like 8 out of 12 times based on some of these very basic rules, and in the future I'm going to be teaching you more advanced shit, you can be right as well.
Okay.
Thankfully, our Reyna became a demon for 1 round, and she actually won this one.
Satisfying. My ult is ready.
One,
Yeah, you're mid.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
One enemy remaining.
I have spike.
Flawless.
Okay,
Spike spotted here.
okay. Well, once again, same shit. You know, even in this round, we don't have that, you know, many tools to read the enemies. We just know that enemies are more prone towards executing B set and mid area of the map. We just completely demolish the enemies on mid. So in this round, it's a bit of a 50-50 gamble. Either they're gonna go for a 5-man push on A or a 5-man push on B. But the only reason why, you know, I would actually play on the B side is because they had just found more success on B, and they just had more tendencies towards pushing this side, and that's it. And anyways, our Clove, as far as we could have seen from the previous rounds, she was pretty good at defending A side, so you know, we can trust her maybe a bit.
The hunt begins.
Yeah, very good, very good. Just, you know, when you're holding these tight angles, like, usually, you want to hold them with a intention of getting a kill. Like, meaning that you want to be able to get a kill on such a tight angle 3 out of 10 times. And just widen up the angle is based on your current reaction time. You know, if you cannot hit this shot, widen it up a bit like this, place your crosshair ready for a further peek, lock down onto the enemy's colors and the first pixels. As soon as you see the yellow color there, bam, and then reposition. Once again, here you can just take this off angle, you know, hide behind this cover, and then on timing, bob up, peek out, and make a crossfire with the Reyna. And there's absolutely no reason to use a dash ability here. Like, you know, it's a pretty safe fight with a drop, meaning that, you know, if you just position like this on the speedway and go for a shot, you can just instantly go down with a knife, and your chances of dying is like below 20%. I will be saving my dash ability to actually, you know, go for a bit more aggressive fight if enemies start pinching me, or if I need to take some off angle or something like that to fuck up the enemies, or if I need to support my Reyna and maybe peek like this in some of the future fights. Whenever you're playing any elevated position in Valorant, you should learn how to position in a way where you can just go for 1 bullet or 1 burst fire and then instantly drop down with a knife and reset yourself.
Nightmare, take them.
Okay, that was a crazy ass ultimate. Now here, this is literally the same scenario and same sequence from one of the previous rounds. Here already you should have the knife in the hands, rotating towards the market and being ready for the mid contact, or maybe even rotating towards the A short, because there's no way that enemies end up on B right now unless they kill your Reyna and Clove somehow.
Yep. Only one B. Only one B.
Yeah, like here, knife in the hands, go, go, go.
Again,
Go, go, Power Rangers.
Player.
We'll catch them.
I mean, this whole round right now is going to be decided based on how good or how bad your teammates fight on mid. You know, what Chamber and Reyna do is what's going to decide the outcome of this round. Especially here, you know, like, one very good thing is, like, your Reyna is going for a bit more aggressive play towards the tiles. And once again, we can go for some double flank, double lurk, pinch the enemies, and even if enemies are still in the B main, I mean, that's a really fucking good play to do. And if enemies are rotating on A, you know, we have the full mid control. We can just go from top mid together with Reyna and finish this round.
So basically, I should have just went to market when we denied them the site, and should have been in the position to play with Reyna.
Yeah,
Probably by
exactly.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, like, you know, another thing that you should be tracking on a defender side is who in your team has what type of tendencies. You know, like, how your teammates play in general. Like, do your teammates, who plays passively, who plays aggressively, who is more prone to take 50-50 fights and shit like that. I mean, in this specific match, your Clove, Fade, and Reyna are crazy. Like, they're going for some very unfavorable fights, especially Reyna. Reyna is the most aggressive, then Clove, then Fade. And Chamber is the most passive guy on the server. So, you know, here I can trust that my Chamber is probably not gonna die, because he doesn't seem like a guy that has the confidence to actually take some of these more aggressive picks. So if I see on the minimap that, you know, my Reyna is moving towards the market and she is bottom mid, I really want to connect with that guy as soon as possible. And by the way, this is not spammable at all anymore. Like, you know, just keep that in mind.
I realized when I shot it. I was like, shit.
But also when you're playing in this position, like, you should mainly be just keeping your location a secret and being fully silent, so that enemies are not even focused on the speedway that much. You know, here, like, Clove is applying an enormous amount of pressure through the market. Enemies need to clear the stairs, they need to clear the CT as well, they lost all of their smokes. And if they decide to go out through this B main, we can still, you know, catch one free kill from this off angle and, you know, get a pick. But now, I mean, playing on this position is mega dangerous because you made a lot of noise.
Okay.
Yeah, Cypher's still there. Very nice in main as well.
They're still main.
Yeah.
The 3 mid.
Okay.
Fuck. No, coming there for.
So the moral of the story of these type of rounds is that whenever you completely fuck up the enemies, execute in some main area of the map, instantly focus on the secondary objective that enemies might hit at that moment of time. So if you're playing Ascent and you stop enemies on B main, we need to start playing around the market or already rotate towards the short and be ready for a contact in mid. If enemies are hitting up A and they, you know, you completely cuck them up here, instantly take some kind of an A short angle, play with your teammates there, and be ready for a contact on mid. Split, same shit. You stop the enemies in the B main. As soon as you stop them, and they cut their noise completely, go onto the tower, be ready for a contact on mid.
Question, because like most maps have mids, but like on Fracture there is no mid. So what about that shithole?
I mean, generally speaking, in Fracture you play in a bit different way, so it doesn't matter that much. Like, on Fracture, you should generally be fighting for more space. You know, pushing Arcade a bit deeper, B-main a bit deeper, A-main a bit deeper, so you should be having some information. We cannot be playing that map passively. But I don't know, like, you know, Split is easy, Ascent is easy, Breeze is easy, Haven is also whatever. Summit, same shit, to be honest. Like, I mean, if you stop the enemies here, like, you should mainly rotate towards the bottom mid and be ready to fight the enemies here. Or A, you know, go short and just lock down the mid area of the map.
Mm-hmm.
When the
And
sun
maps
sets,
like Lotus and Haven,
when
which have 3 sides, not mid.
Haven, you stop the enemies in aim in and short.
Yeah.
Like before you rotate, you need to clear this area of the map and then decide what to do next. So on Haven, like you should be anchoring A site a bit more until you're like 80% certain that enemies went back. If you stop them on A, for example. But if you stop enemies on C, you can instantly take Garage or take the B site and just play fast rotations and be ready for a contact here or for the enemy's rotation onto A. Lotus, kind of same shit, you know, to be honest. Like, if you fully stop the enemy's push on C, you should be jump spotting the C long area of the map. You don't see anyone here, insta rotation, fuck it. But if you stop the enemies on, I don't know, like, in A main, but you don't have information on what's happening here, you cannot rotate immediately because, I mean, like, enemies can be behind the rubble, they can be here, they can be here, they can be here. We need to have some better information whether or not we should rotate at that moment of time.
Okay, so in short, when there is a map on mid, you probably position yourself more towards mid.
Yes.
Do look. When the map with 3 sides, you need to make sure that enemies left.
You need to be like 80% certain that no one is there anymore.
Okay, and on Fracture, just good luck, yeah? Basically.
When the Fracture comes back, we'll be doing a Fracture VOD review and you'll see what you should be doing. Anyways, in the playbook I explained everything, so, you know, you have that. But probably Fracture is not going to come back for the next 2 years, as per usual.
I hope so. And I hope that Summit somehow gets deleted, I don't know.
Summit, the worst map in Valorant right now. Summit, Fracture and Abyss.
There's too much shit on Summit. And A-side is a fucking donut, but it's a roundabout. I don't know who the fuck made it.
Now listen, these 2v2s, you should always play with your last remaining teammate. Always. We need to pick the fights together. We cannot be separating apart. Because if enemies double down, you know, taking 2 kills is gonna be very interesting. So here, your fate wanna go from the tower, let's go from the tower. Your fate wanna go through A short, let's go through the A short. Whatever my fate wanna do, let's do it. Because here, if the fate dies alone, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be in a 1v2.
One enemy remaining.
Easy.
Bring them down.
Under.
Okay, that's a lot of info. So right now, the enemy raise can either be short, main, or under. We clear the under first, then the short, and then, you know, the guys, obviously, just in front of us somewhere.
Main, yeah.
Last player standing.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
If Kyle taps me, he'll do it.
In this round, well, I mean, enemies are still playing more towards the mid and B. So as long as they keep doing this shit, like, you should be starting towards the mid and B. You know, like, I really don't see in this later parts of the match, why would you be doing bigger gambles when you already know how enemies like to play and where they like to go. So right now we can once again start bottom mid, try to kill enemies in tiles with some kind of a setup, maybe double down with a chamber in short, and chamber takes a shot, then we go for a peek with a dash ability, for an example. Also, keep in mind that this chamber's trademark is absolutely fucking dog shit, and if chamber is doing a trademark right here, always tell the chamber to put a trademark right here. Why? The reason is very simple. Like, if the Cypher drops a cage here, I mean, the guy is already out and can fuck me up from the short, get into garden, etc, etc. But if the trademark is on the left side, okay, he smokes off this, he doesn't have the timing to walk, you know, like, into the short before the smoke expires.
I could never pick this angle again on this.
Okay.
Maybe again.
As I said, like, you know, in the early 4 to 6 rounds, you generally just use, like, the 7 common rules that we have to read the enemies. You know, your position based on the map, economy, ultimate status, AB rule, rule of fear, rule of 3 executes, and that's it. After the 6th round, you position either based on these rules, based on some sub-rules that I'm going to be teaching you in the future, or based on enemies' tendencies, or your teammates' tendencies. In this match, I mean, enemies just love that B site, and, you know, mid-link tiles area of the map, so if they already like to fight there, let's just fuck them up and that's it. Rotate, listen, like, you know, in this match, like 90% of the rounds, enemies just play together. Only Cypher is the one lurking, flanking, doing some bullshit. Fuck the Cypher. Close out these doors. Go. I really don't want to play a 2v5 retake again, if that is possible. Like, rotate based on what enemies did the most during that match. In this match, they played together as 4, together as 5. Fuck it. Go. You cannot be dealing with the flanks and lurks if the rest of the enemy team likes to play together and they like to play fast. Because by the time that you rotate, you might be in a 1v5, I don't know, 2v5, and even if you kill this Cypher, it won't mean anything if you're gonna be in a huge numbers disadvantage.
This Cypher is so fucking crazy.
Yeah, and the Cyber Lurk doesn't matter if his whole team is gonna die on a retake. And he has to
Exactly.
get back to Spike.
Exactly. Don't waste time like this. You have a lot of wasted time in your gameplay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, in every single round, you're doing something that you should not be doing at that moment of time, essentially. Like, and you always have like 5 to 10 seconds latency before you actually make a right play. Here, right now, retaking this B side, good luck.
Yeah, catch.
Listen, here, you know, since you don't have a CT control, I mean, well, yeah, enemies are not CT probably, like, I don't know. But we don't have the B main, we don't have the speedway, we don't have the stairs. In this type of situation, like, the best thing you can do with the Jett is instantly dash from the market towards the B main and do this. And clear the whole B main area of the map, so we don't need to worry about this shit as I'm going for a retake through the speedway and stairs. I can just focus up front, and that's it. If you end up here, and enemies can kill me through stairs, speedway, here, this angle, once again, good luck. Like, your job as a Jett player, same as on the attacker side, is to unlock the angles for your teammates and get the information. I mean, okay, our club didn't even clear the the right position whatsoever. Listen, man. Like, even if your teammates are playing an eco, but you have a lot of money to afford whatever the fuck you want, get whatever the fuck you want. Like, spend every single credit that you're not gonna spend in the next round. You know? Like here, for example, like, in the next round you have 9,000 credits, man.
Yeah,
like,
just Phantom to buy one, to buy
might just get a heavy shield, get an operator, you can maybe clutch up this round for your teammates. In the next round, you can still play operator glass cannon, or operator with a light shield, maybe.
Shit.
Like, why not? You know, like basically, you already know what enemies like to do. They like to pick the tiles, they like to go B. In this round, probably they're not gonna change anything that much. Maybe they're gonna fight around mid a bit more because they know that you're eco. And maybe, you know, they're gonna think, aha, enemies don't have the operator right now, definitely. Let's go mid, for an example. Pick up the op. You can maybe clutch up this round yourself. Anyways, for the last round, we're probably gonna have the ultimate as well. So, you know, there's no reason to save this much money.
Okay.
And you know, like, in this round, if you want to play with a Phantom or Vandal, get a Phantom, Vandal, and a Heavy Shield. You have money for whatever the fuck you want. There's no reason to save 6,850 credits for the last round.
Op plus cannon.
Never.
Op without shields, is that viable?
Yeah, it's totally fine. Especially, you know, in this type of rounds where your teammates are ecoing whatever. You know, in this round, you can just pull out the glass cannon operator. Why the fuck not? And just lock down this angle. Bam, get one kill there. Then we can reposition, maybe take this spot. From this spot, try to get one more kill. Then through the smoke, maybe on timing, I can try to peek and try to get one more kill with the dash ability, whatever. We can position towards the site, etc, etc. And then in the next round, you have op with the heavy shield and utility. It's the end of the match. I mean, the end of the half, anyways. On Ascent, you should never be starting like this. Like, the reason why you're starting more aggressively towards the A main and B main is because we cannot let the enemies walk through the A main and B main all the way to the choke points here and do an aggressive execute. You know, like, that's the main reason why I need to have these lines of sights on Ascent. You know, if you get a kill, that's a bonus. But information is important. So basically here, like, okay, you're starting on the Ascent, you didn't find success taking the kills here. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Like, still keep holding the angle for the info. Jiggle peek it. Try maybe on timing to get one dead zone kill. And then position however you want. The only times when you should sacrifice information in the main areas of the map is if you're creating some kind of an amazing setup on the bomb site to fuck up the enemies. Like some kind of, I don't know, double tower setup or something that you figured out during the match that enemies are not clearing or they are not aware of. Or for example, on Ascent of Ascent, you know, one strategy that we have, when enemies have a lot of utility and they are fucking you up in the main area of the map and on the site. And you need to defend Ascent alone. Fuck it. You know, you can just start the round on the tower here, let the enemies take all of the space, wait for the guy to hit the switch there, kill that guy, dash away, now you're playing a 5v4 retake. In 2026, I didn't see a single player in any lobby clearing this box. Because it's a, you know, generally dumb position to play, obviously. But we can use that, you know, that mentality of the players against them to take a free pick and that's it. But in most of the rounds, you need to start more aggressively, like, not to get a kill, just to get information. And a potential kill. Bihal, Welsi, man. What is your IQ? But to be honest, like, after playing Valorant for so long, it probably got lower than before.
Yeah, I also feel stupid even after getting back to this game after years, so yeah, that's valid.
You see, like, right now the problem that we have is I just don't know how many enemies are in the B main. I don't know what the fuck is happening there. Maybe there's only 2 guys there. Maybe right now enemies are doing a B fake and going A. So, we lost that information. And what now? Now you're forced to anchor the B site only because, you know, we lost all of the info in A main and B main.
Rotate, Reina.
And also the enemies don't have to, I mean, they won't worry about clearing main, so they won't use any util there as well.
Exactly. That's the second reason why we make the pressure in these main areas of the map. And this positioning, listen, when you're playing Jett, you don't need to position this passively. Like, you know, you could have still played the site. Okay, 4 of your teammates rotated towards the A site. We don't know exactly what the enemies are doing. You can still get onto this position and from this spot, like, try to fuck up the enemies, get a kill. Then from the stairs, we can go for another, you know, peek and try to get a kill. And then with the dash ability, you can just reposition, maybe spray the enemies through the smoke, try to catch them, and then play a spot like this. Because here, you know, what's going to happen? You're going to get smoked off and that's it. Maybe you could have also updrafted onto this position up here and take, you know, this angle or this angle instead of playing, you know, from the bottom of CT area.
I'm smoked off, probably going kill rock.
It's okay that you, I mean, it's also okay that you're playing this passively. You know, in ranked solo queue, if you feel that you cannot stop the enemy's push, you know, like, it's totally fine to just play a 5v5 retake. Better than you dying alone, giving enemies numbers advantage, and now you're watching your teammates play a 4v5 retake and trying to pull out the round out of their ass, which usually doesn't end up, you know, in a win. So this is also fine. Just like with the Jett, you really wanna, you know, use every single chance to get the picks with the dash ability from some off angles and stuff like that. The main problem in this round, the main issue,
sorry,
the main problem in this round was just that we lost so much information in A main and B main, and now we just don't know what the fuck is happening on the map.
Okay.
Tell me.
I'm guessing I need more aim confidence when it comes to those type of, because, you know, now I'm like I mean, you saw by my stats, aim stats, average combat score, damage, it was very low, but runs per one, because I'm just trading and doing stuff like that, you know. I think I'm just not confident in my aim anymore after I came back to Valo, and I just need to train it up a bit to, you know, be able to actually do those type of plays and actually hit my shots. I mean, I played a game today and I got completely fucked. You know, I did correct plays, but I couldn't hit shots on Omen. Split.
You'll get a warm-up, you'll get the aim training, we're gonna get you back and that's it. You're gonna be doing something every single day.
It's B.
Spike down mid.
Nice.
One enemy remaining.
On B.
We really got a bit lucky in this round, I'm not gonna lie, that our team has got these picks.
Yeah, they're pretty decent in this game, actually. Like, when I look at this now. I mean, they're still very aggressive and stupid. in some ways, but,
Holy
like,
shit.
Yeah.
That
I
pick
blinked, bro.
from the Reyna, bro.
I repositioned my finger.
But, you know, I just need to ask you, like, I mean, okay, you know, the position that you were holding for info was very good, because you're denying the Reyna to go onto tower and to take the garden as well. This was actually a really good positioning, to be honest. Just instead of holding this angle tight, you could have just jiggle picked it and, you know, just you're mainly fighting here for info. You're not really fighting to take a kill or to deal any damage. We just want to get the info on the Reyna, regroup with a Clove and Chamber, and just finish this round.
Find the lone guy, then go back to the teammates, we know where he is, and then trade them. Just easily. Okay.
Now in this round, you know, once again, like, you know, how we're starting here is totally fine. Like, enemies were pushing B set pretty much 80% of this match. So, you know, nothing to make us believe otherwise. The only thing is, like, now when playing Operator with any agent, you can combine the op either with a shorty or with a bandit. It's really up to you. You know, what you want to use. Listen, whenever you're holding these tight angles, don't move at all. Like, you're holding them fully statically, especially if an angle is a tight angle. Your only focus is on the first yellow pixel that appears here. Like, you're not really focusing on enemy's body or enemy's movement, anything. Like, when you're holding these tight angles, your focus is just on the first yellow pixel that you see on that angle. As soon as you see that pixel, left click and that's it. And while you're holding these tight angles, you're not looking at the minimap, you're not looking at the kill feed, nothing. Like, you're just focusing on getting a kill here. Especially in the first, like, 10 seconds of the round. After 10 seconds, decide what next you want to do. Also, on these angles, no micro movement, no nothing. Like this type of bullshit. You know, don't readjust yourself. Just hold the angle. Okay. Fine fight. I mean, you have a dash ability.
Reloading. Reloading.
You know, just you don't need to reposition in such a boring way. You know, like, once again, enemies don't have any recon agents, nothing. Like, we got this kill with against the Reyna. Do this immediately. Create a proxy double tower setup with your Reyna. Hold this angle. Try to get a pick. Bam, down. Your Reyna is stuck on the site. You need to support her. Smoke. Go towards the site. Now we can fight with the Reyna and go for the reflex.
Smart. And I don't block Reyna, so she feels more comfortable to fight.
You know, you're just cluttering this position for no reason. Like, whenever you can take some upper or lower angle compared to what your teammates are holding at that moment of time, you just want to create a double tower setup immediately.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. They win this round? Okay, good. Okay, so that will be the defender side. I mean, like, pretty much just reading the enemies a bit better. A bit more mindful positioning. A bit faster or slower rotations based on, you know, what your teammates are doing and what the enemies are doing. A few readjustments when it comes to how you're holding some of these angles, and that's it. Basically, like, nothing that deep. And, you know, like, pay more attention on the enemy's team comps. Like, you know, this enemy team comp is trash can. Like, literally, we should have pulled out the Operator in the round number 4 already.
Yeah, and shotguns would be good if I was playing.
No, attacker side where most of the players lose on Ascent. So, Ascent default side, number 1 priority. B side, number 2 priority. Mid, number 3 priority. In the early 4 to 6 rounds. we want to tell our teammates to play together as 5, and we are just trying to execute the basic strategies, such as, 5-man push A, some kind of a 2-3 split onto the A site, some kind of a 1-4 split onto the B site, 5-man push on B, fake A, go B, fake B, go A, that type of shit. Now, what we should be doing depends completely on the enemy's team composition. Like, if the enemies have one hardcore sentinel, such as Cypher, for an example, what you should always do on Ascent is just, hey guys, let's push the A site together as 5 for 3 rounds in a row, and then in a 4th round, do the fake. Fake B, go A, or fake A, go B. We apply the pressure on one side, make the enemies feel more like anxious about that specific bomb site, make the enemies think that, that is our main tendency to execute that specific site, and especially in Europe, like if you win all 3 of these rounds on A site, it's already, fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck this, fuck that, and, the match is already over, for an example. And if you lose 3 rounds, it's not a problem because we already conditioned the enemies to be so aware of our A executes that in the 4th round, even if we're playing some kind of a low buy, you have a really high chance of winning that round by executing a proper fake. Why A site, 80% of rounds, this Cypher is going to be playing on the B site. Like minimum 80%. Maybe he's going to play A in the 1st round, maybe not, I don't know. We'll see. But I can guarantee to you that 8 out of 12 rounds, this guy is going to be on B. And we want to avoid that sentinel early on. Now, another thing that we need to be aware of is enemies have KO. KO players like to do an instant knife in the A main and B main. So what we should be telling our teammates here, okay guys, let's go for a 5-man execute on A, but let's play here to dodge the KO knife in the first 5 seconds, and if the KO doesn't do a knife for the first, 3 to 4 seconds, basically, we just start running it down and going onto the A site. Also, whenever you're playing against the Cypher, what you want to buy is a classic light shield, smoke, and updrift. So even though we think that in this round, Cypher is going to play on B site, every single time when you're playing against the Cypher, you should be going for a updrift dash execute if you're not certain whether or not that Cypher is on that specific site. So the execute that we should be going for here is our default execute onto like the A site, which is essentially, updrift dash on top of the generator, or we can just, updrift dash down into the generator, and then from this position start applying the pressure and taking the space with our teammates. So, like, we could have dodged this knife. This is something that you should expect against the KO always. The problem with this knife is, now this knife is gonna give enemies the info that there's like 4 of you guys in the A main. You will be suppressed for like what, 6-7 seconds. I kind of forgot what is actually the timer. So for 6 seconds I need to delay my execute, and all of that is a huge fucking problem for us, to be honest.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Reloading.
Oh, 8 seconds even better.
It's 7, no? It's 8, yeah. Okay. Even worse.
Dropping smoke.
If you just dodge the knife, then walk up into the A main, enemies don't have the info if you're a B main or A main, we can just run it down. So you really cannot get fucked up, especially in the first round, because of such a common play like this. Hey guys, enemies have KO, he's probably gonna knife, play beyond this line. Like in A main you should just play around this line. Right here, in B main, like just tell your teammates to play somewhere here so that we don't get hit by some stupid knife like this, for an example. And let's just, dodge it for the first 3 to 4 seconds and then go in.
Where are you?
Now, going for this execute is gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a lot of enemies on the site, but we can try. Fuck it, it's the first round anyways. Like, with the pistols, we just wanna fight together. The refrag games, we have the smokes down. Fade Eye is going down as well. Send it. Just one thing I would recommend you is don't stand inside of the choke points and these smokes if you're not ready to go for the execute. Like, get inside of these smokes only when you're ready to dash in take the fight. Every single extra second that you spend in a smoke like this is an extra second that enemies can take to randomly spam you and kill you instead of this smoke. Chill, relax, play behind the smokes, wait for the molly to go down, go in, go out.
Where are you? Bring them down.
Okay, you know, what we did here is the best we could have done, to be honest. The only problem was that knife. That knife really fucked us up here.
Reloading.
Is this Raze on the flank?
Planted.
One's flanking, one's flanking.
Okay.
Last.
This type of information you should be keeping for yourself as you're playing on the attacker side. Who is flanking, how much enemies are flanking, are they flanking, and stuff like that. So that we know in the future rounds what we should expect. So in this round, what happened? Like, Cypher was the B player, Keo was the A player, Claw was the mid player, and Raze was the B player and mid player as well. And who is missing? Reyna. Reyna was on A, right? Yeah, Reyna was on A. So okay, you know, you already like we know a lot about the enemies right now. So we know that Keo is the A player. He's probably gonna be dropping this knife quite a lot. We know that Clove is probably gonna play around the mid so she can smoke both A side and B side. We know that Cypher is definitely on the B side. Raze played around the mid. Reyna played around the A and short. So pretty much a lot of info. So what we should do in the next round, send it A again. You know, get a bandit with a smoke, get a shorty with a smoke. Let's go for the A push. Just this time, let's try to dodge the KO knife.
Shorty, but if there's nobody Jen, I would be fucked.
What?
If I got a shorty, wouldn't I just get fucked if there was nobody Jen? I mean, I wouldn't get a kill, no?
No, but it's like, you don't need to go for this type of an execute. Like, you know, if you play a shotguns, for an example, or a stinger, in these eco rounds, you can just dash into your team and smoke here, and try getting pick in the short, for an example.
Okay.
And clearing these close positions. If a guy is here, he's dead. If a guy is in the smoke, we can maybe surprise that guy, kill him. If you hear an enemy close to short, with this smoke we can close the gap with him, run him down, for an example. Then you can come from this smoke, maybe close the switch, and then focus on enemies on sight. And with this one smoke, you can try to close the gap with the enemies and run them down.
Okay.
Need a drop.
The worst thing you can do in this round is change the change the pattern right now, or God forbid we go fucking mid, because that is way too predictable, and they really wanna fight marshals and outlaws on mid right now. You know what's a decent strategy on Ascent? If you plan the spike in the first round, is tell 5 of your teammates, 5 of you, force 5 marshals, and just go for body shots and headshots on mid. Like that's actually a decent strategy in ranked solo queue that can work sometimes, but only if you plan the spike, because you know then we are actually gonna have money to go for the vandals and phantoms in the round number 3. But even that is too much of a risk. Like, just fucking send it on A side in this second round again.
Thanks.
Bandits could be good for the whole team.
No, bandits are goated right now, to be honest. Like, bandit is probably the best eco weapon right now.
Reloading.
Okay.
Okay. Two massive guys.
Reloading.
Okay, listen. Whenever you get trapped in the mid area of the map, try to get out of here as soon as possible, especially if your whole team is on mid. Like right now, we're risking the push through the A main, we're risking the push through the B main, we're risking the market fight, A short fight. Like, instantly reorganize your teammates to do something. I don't know, run down the enemies on market, run down the enemies on A short. Just do something. The more time you spend on mid, the less success we're gonna find.
The enemies are gonna regroup, yeah.
Okay, it's
Spike down, mid.
market, one A, only one A.
Last player standing.
Okay. My guy is losing the mind a bit here.
I have deep muted. I don't hear what I'm saying, bro. I'm probably mad, bro.
In this round, we should give 2 comms to our teammates. Guys, let's please dodge the fucking KO knife in A main. Chamber, B site is not A site. Please can you play with us? Because enemies are fucking bonus. And we really don't need anyone that is flanking and lurking in an anti-bonus round. Thank you very much. And we finish this round on A.
Side heaven, B side.
Okay, very good. Now we move in.
I may have set to 5 executes A, but jump. I don't remember. You blocked me! Not sure. I got
Yeah,
pissed.
this is...
One was two.
I mean, it's good that you went for a jump spot here.
You blocked
Reina,
me, bastard!
Reina.
You crazy?
Listen. One more time. In any VOD reviews that I do for you, you open your microphone like this. We are done with the VOD review. Brother,
Okay.
like, keep all of the frustration to yourself. Anyways, your teammates are already on a verge of being suicidal and verge of being toxic and mentally disabled. So, every single negative shit that you say is one step closer to the full mental disability. So, basically, your teammate blocks you like that, your teammate makes some kind of a shit play, fuck it. You know, yell at your monitor, yell at yourself. Don't open up your microphone in ranked solo queue.
Yeah,
Now
I
I've-
think this was the first time I did it in a year at least of playing Valorant. Like, I don't know why I got it so mad.
Go out then first.
There was stupid shit happening, I don't know.
Bring them down. Spinning set.
Like, you know, this is where we potentially can lose this match. Like, it's okay, you tanked like 100 damage, brother, it's not the end of the world. Anyways, if you just dash into the site and take the space, we can still like, you know, do a proper job for our teammates. Like, it's not the end of the world, like, you didn't die. And even if you died, like, whatever, just stay silent, dead don't speak, fuck it. If you have some information to give, give info. If you don't have anything good to give to your teammates, stay silent, focus on the next round. How to FF every round speed round. Literally, rather, this is a speed run to mental disability in ranked solo queue. So, you know, also, listen, generally speaking, like, whenever you're going through the aim and area of the map, even if you're dodging this KO knife, you should always be doing this. Like, I never want to see you down there. Literally never. Like, you should always be going from this upper position, waiting for your teammates to leave the lower position, pre-aiming and pre-firing this spot, and then sending it onto the A side. Like, anyways, you have no business right here. The only times you go through the lower ground is if enemies are always using a one-way smoke here. So you can just smoke off your teammates and just, you know, instantly take this angle and start taking space.
Okay. By the way, because I got mad here, it's probably vital for me to say that I actually learned from something from getting this pissed off. Now I just calm that I'm gonna jump spots and never get blocked again.
Okay, that's also fine. That's also fine.
Reloading.
What? I don't believe. Fuck this game.
I don't believe. Fuck this game, brother. Like, I'm never going back to Europe. Never.
Night night.
Sometimes I ask my team to come 5 together, and they insist on going alone, lurking every round. In those type of games, like, you just need to learn how to adapt and what is the most optimal play that you can do. You know, there's no one solution for these type of games. Really depends what enemies are doing on a defender side.
I played a game on Split today and I asked for Sky to just throw a flash on another side because the enemies were just rotating like morons and bro just came to us and we had to 5-man execute. I mean, you just have to live with that, I guess.
What?
To be honest, like, you know, this round, we lost it in the aim-in when we started yelling here. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you didn't open up your microphone and we actually waited for that KO molly to go down, and then we went for a proper execute, I think we would have won this round. Especially with the chamber on the lurk, like, enemies were completely leaving the mid open. Like, even if 2 or 3 of you died during this execute, and we just planted the spike, like, I think chamber would have won this round for us anyways. So, this is where you lost the round, essentially.
Okay.
Everything else was...
Okay. I put it in my notes. When angry equals shut the fuck up, and
Literally, just you can yell, you know, you can leave that frustration for yourself, but You just can't open a mic in ranked solo queue like that.
Yeah, and in Europe even more so.
Last
E-ranked is so bad, not even pros grind it, where most NA pros hardcore grind NA ranked games. Yeah, to be honest, like, most EU pros, like, they just scrim 24/7. Like, basically, especially during the VCT, like, literally no one is playing ranked. Like, you will not see Durkay, Boaster, I don't know, like, anyone. You know, maybe Benji Fishy, maybe Nuts. They play, you know, from time to time a bit more, but...
player standing.
It's that bad? Holy shit.
So, just on a macro level, we could have played the first 3 rounds a bit better. In the 4th round, we could have done a fake. And also, we could have thought of the KO knife already in the 1st round and give our team as a calm to dodge it. And who knows? You know, if you play the first 4 rounds in the most optimal way, in the way that I explained here, maybe we would have won more of these rounds. You know, like, maybe we wouldn't lose, like, 3 rounds in a row. But now, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
And I would have not gotten pissed off probably.
Now listen, whenever you have, like, your whole... I mean, it's okay. Like, what we're doing here is fine. Like, anyways, it's an eco round. You're trying to get a pick with a Marshall smoke, you know, close smoked you off, so I guess it's fine. Let's see how this round plays out.
God, the smoke is so outside. Which is that gonna be like pushing through.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Reyna pushing
Okay,
main.
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hate them.
Listen, like, really try to organize your teammates, like, in these early stages of the game, just to do the basic executes and basic strategies, just so that we can measure the cogs between our team and the enemy team a bit more. Because if we don't do that in the early rounds, then we don't know, like, if we can just win this match in a bit more simple way, instead of defaulting, fighting for mid, or lurking, flanking, and doing a bit more complicated shit for ranked solo queue. So, here, still doing a 5-man push on A is totally fine. You didn't lose this 5-man executes because enemies did something special. We got hit by a KO knife in 1 round. In the 2nd round, we got angry and Arena just run it down. Okay, now we can maybe do a proper execute. Anyways, like, who's defending A side is like, just KO and 1 more duelist. What the fuck are they gonna do on the bomb site when we send it with this team composition? B side, I will still try to avoid. There's Cypher there. I don't know what type of a setup that Cypher has. And I don't know how well my teammates are gonna play around that Cypher setup. And going mid, I mean, considering, like, how we play these early rounds, it's gonna be interesting.
Spectra.
Listen, whenever you have, like, 2 or more teammates playing around the mid area of the map, of any map in Valorant, you should play with those teammates. Always. You have 2 teammates on split on mid, you play with them on mid. 2 teammates mid on Haven, you play with 2 teammates on mid. 2 teammates, I don't know, on Summit going mid, you play with them on mid. Period. Like, they have the highest chance of dying. Highest chances dying from some off-angle, peek, crossfire, instant contact, etc, etc. Here you have no business in the aim and area of the map.
There.
Like, we should be taking this fight with a Reyna, killing the enemy Raze, making sure that our Reyna lives a happy life, and then from that kill we decide where we want to pivot this round.
What the f...
Okay.
Oh, I don't believe.
If a teammate has not the same role applies.
What?
If you said that if 2 or more teammates are on mid, you play with them.
Yes.
If let's say the 2 teammates on has an up, still the same shit.
Yeah. So, listen, generally speaking, the rule that you follow in ranked solo queue is the following. If you have 2 or 3 teammates playing mid, like, you always play with them mid. Like, literally always. Unless you see an opportunity based on the previous rounds to get a pick elsewhere. Like you see an opportunity to fuck up a guy in A main, B main, or something like that. If you have 4 teammates going mid, then you do something alone. Because we really cannot be having 5 players going through a mid area of the map. Even in eco rounds, halberd rounds, if you have 4 teammates going mid, okay, maybe you can try to pick some timing in A main, in B main, trying fucking up the enemies with a bandit, shorty, whatever, like picking some timing to lurk, flank, etc. And even if you're playing Jett. Because we really cannot be having like 5 players, stacking up this, leaving this and this open, and now I need to, you know, like be Nostradamus to predict like how much space enemies have taken here, how much space enemies have taken here, etc, etc.
I got the spike.
Short, bro. Two short.
Spike dropped.
This is something you really don't want to do with Jett Ultimate. Now listen, here you have like 1 minute and 10 seconds to play this round. Like with the Jett Ultimate, you just want to take the fights on the longest ranges possible. Because one perk of the Jett knives is that, you know, the longer the range, the higher the chances enemies are going to miss their shots, and the higher are the chances that you will have a possibility of using even 5 knives. And on a range like this, like, you don't even need to go for the headshots when you're full HP. You can just, you know, spam 3 knives into the enemy's body, and in the lobbies below Immortal 3, most of the times you're just gonna get a free pick. Like that. So here, let's just wait for the clove smoke to go down. Let's go down here to maybe hold a market peak and try to get a kill onto a guy that is maybe undisciplined there. Wait for the smoke to go down, and then we decide how we want to fight, where we want to fight in these medium range, long range fights instead of, you know, getting inside of this smoke with the ultimate.
Enemy down.
Very good that you didn't drop into that smoke. That fight would be crazy to take with ult.
My ult is
Market
ready.
one, city.
I don't know what the fuck is in that smoke, so I'd rather not go in there.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I mean here, like, you have all of the info that you need, to be honest. A bit of a miracle that we actually killed this Reyna that flanked us through the aim and area of the map. I'm not gonna lie. But you have the info that
My ult is
Market
ready.
one, city.
enemy like enemy KO. Is that Cypher or KO? Who was there?
Enemy down.
Oh, yeah, that was KO. KO peeked from the top mid. Cypher was usually the B player. Yeah, we should just run it down A, close the doors, plant the spike, and get ready for the post plant.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Smoke.
Blocking sight.
Yep, let's cross.
Don't pick, wait.
Bring them down. Spike planted.
Okay. Okay. I mean, listen. If your Fade stayed in the garden, it was a good decision to play with the Fade. And to go for this double flank, double lurk, whatever, and then try to fuck up enemies on the rafters with a Fade. Because Fade, objectively, has much higher chances of dying than your Claw on the site. So this was a good play. And you don't need to destroy the doors here. We can just use this door as a you know, mental outplay for the enemies. Like, do you think that enemies are gonna expect that 2 players are pushing garden after closing these doors? But there's no fucking way. Once again, you can just bait the shit out of your Fade, let her play first, play a refrag, and play that Joker card where enemies are probably, like, chances that enemies think that you are here as well, below 5%.
Well, this is basically the same situation as with Reyna on.
Yeah, exactly.
About
Where
heaven,
are
I
you?
think.
Blocking sight.
No reason to use a smoke there, like, just, you know, you're playing there with a Fade, like, let's take this duel. Like, the more unnecessary utility you use, like this, the higher the chances that enemies can fuck you up because of that utility. You know, they can peek through the smoke, they can get onto some angle where you're not gonna expect them. Like, just leave this open and just hold the angles with your teammates. And right now, objectively, the best positioning would be the position that we had. You know, like, Fade is playing here, holding short. You're playing here, holding aim in or being ready to fight in short and aim in together with a Fade. And Clove is just holding this drop at the bottom of the site, essentially, or holding the tower.
Don't take.
One enemy remaining.
Don't take. Last short operator. Heaven.
Now listen, like, whenever enemies are pushing you from the rafters, this is the best off angle that you can take to kill the enemies on the rafters. Like, this fight, 7 out of 10 times, works in a favor of a player that is down, below. And in the Ring playbook on my Discord server, I explained all of the details why this fight is so good. But of course, I mean, you don't need to take any solo fights right now. We can just play the reframe with a fade, make a crossfire setup, and finish this Scheiße.
Bring them down.
Did this guy just try to drop a dog with a jump?
EU players, baby.
Last player
Yeah,
standing.
okay, pretty good. Okie dokie.
Don't walk up, don't walk up.
Here.
Kayo has a light.
Now listen, man. You picked up the op on the attacker side. Like, the only time when you pick up the op on the attack is when you have an idea where you can get some kind of a free pick as soon as the round starts. So right now, the only positions where we can get some kind of an instant pick is bottom mid or A short. So I really don't know what the fuck are we doing in the A main area of the map. Like, enemies are always picking A short, they're always picking bottom mid. If you want to fight somewhere with the op, that's where we should fight.
Line up for here. I wanna dodge it.
Okay.
Don't take. And I maybe have operator.
I mean, enemies are also pushing A main and B main, but, you know, why not get an instant pick bottom mid? And then, you know, like, we can like, you know, hold the aim in later.
One minute.
Chaos 3.
I mean, you could have easily killed that race, you know, like. So in this match, you literally know exactly how the enemies are positioning. Like, Keo is always A doing the knife, Raze is always bottom mid, A short, there's usually Clove there, on the B side there's a Cypher, and Reyna is the only unknown factor because Reyna sometimes plays, you know, pushes B main, pushes A main, pushes this, pushes that, does, etc, etc. So here, you know, like, just object here as soon as before the round starts, lie down here, go for this peek, kill the Raze, and now you can just hold maybe the peek through the A main for a few seconds. Or peek the enemies from tiles into the A short, try to get that pick. If you don't get that, if no one is there, we can jump spot this to reveal the Raze. We reveal the Raze, we can go for a fast pick with a dash ability, and now maybe be ready for a lurk and flank through the B main.
It's operator.
I mean, here you can just speed up a bit, to be honest. I mean, you know that KO and Clove are short. We know that Raze is bottom mid. We know that Cypher and Reyna are on B side. Like, A side is pretty wide open, and, you know, you should have used the dash ability when you reach this position right here. And we need to start taking the space here, even though you have the operator.
Nie teraz!
Sorry, my man. Yeah, very good. You should still go here, in my opinion. Like, you should just try taking more space, to be honest, because we know that KO was also short, and that there is nobody else on the rafters and A side. Like, Reyna is B, Cypher is B, Raze is market. If you get kill on KO, I mean, we open the whole site, close the doors, we play a 3v3 post plant. So, generally speaking, on both attackers and defender side, like, your awareness need to be a bit better. Like, you need to start asking yourself more questions and then reading the enemies a bit more.
Chaos 3 and more is mid.
One day spray up.
Fire in the hole!
Main push.
I got the spike.
Yeah, Cypher is Jeff.
Are you streaming your games? Yes, I do.
On this.
Who has enough?
One shot Reyna, 2 mid.
One shot Reyna. Oh!
Wait.
One more,
Yeah,
raise
you
mid.
gotta go aim laps, bro.
Last player
Oh, she's
standing.
pushing out.
Listen, whenever you're in some kind of a clutch, you know, 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, 1 versus 1, whatever, fuck the operator, man. Instantly trade the op for a Vandal or Phantom and we go. But I don't know. You know, in this round in particular, like you had 3, 4, 5 opportunities to actually win the round for your teammates by killing a guy in A short, by killing an enemy at the bottom mid. After that kill on Clove, we could have killed the KO as well and then opened up the A site, and your teammates can just rotate. Like, and instead of all of that, what we decided to do is like practically nothing, like literally. And here, you know, ending up on the B site is gonna be impossible. You don't have a dash, you don't have smokes, you don't have the updraft. There's the full Cypher setup on B, 1,000,000%. So probably the best idea for you in this round is like, try to save this operator. And let's hope for the best in the next round. Actually, the next round, let's make the right plays.
30 seconds
Party's
left.
over.
But now, when the enemy Raze made a mistake, and you still have a dash and updraft, pick up a Vandal, go for the updraft dash execute on the B set, and try to win this round.
I got right.
Just you should have like traded the op for a Vandal so you can actually clear these angles better and go for an execute.
Okay.
No prisoners.
Okay, nice.
Once again, man, like every single credit, every time I'm in your stream, you're watching other people gameplay. Well, my job is to coach players, not to play Valorant. So you know, like
Yeah.
I played enough.
Playing Valorant sucks.
I played enough Valorant in 2020, 21, and 22. ABG, we'll see, man. When it comes to like, like invest every single credit that you're not going to use in the next round. So here, for an example, okay, your teammates are playing an eco. You don't need to play an eco
Prisoners.
unless you want to get the operator in the next round. Get the Vandal with a light shield, and in the next round, once again, you have a Vandal with a light shield, so you can play 2, you know, full buy rounds practically. Why not? And those credits that you invest might be a difference for you to win a round. Or, I don't know, get a heavy shield, get a judge.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Let's try to run down the enemies with a judge, for an example. Why are we buying a Stinger with a light shield with so many credits?
Okay, nice. Well, I have a question.
AVG, thank you for playing in sub and enjoy the play, Budo. Yeah, tell me.
If I bought a Vandal and Unshield skill, right, I would be the only teammate besides Reyna with a proper gun. Should I still entry the same way? I mean, if I die, the teammates don't have an access to my gun.
Yeah, you still want to do whatever it is necessary from you to be done, regardless if you have a gun or not. Like, that's exactly the reason why you're getting a Vandal and a light shield, or Phantom and a light shield right now. Because when you enter a site, you'll just have a better weapon to open the site for your team.
Okay. Plus, if I kill 1 or 2, I could snowball around.
But why are we dodging and destroying the knife in the same time? Like,
I thought my teammate is not gonna dodge it. I think.
Here, run it down. Fuck it, man. Like, we should go in. But to be honest, like, you know, in this round, we should have tried to do something different. Like, basically, we should have just dodged the knife. And like, here it is, man. You should have tried to dodge the knife and just walk into the aim in. Because one problem that we have in this round is like, KO has the ultimate, and if we make a sound and he uses the ultimate before our execute, we are cooked.
There.
Yeah, I feel very uncomfortable when KO has ults. I feel like my teammates can just get... I mean, my whole team can just get blocked, yeah, like this.
There's really nothing to do. Like, we need to wait for this ultimate to go down and then reset the round. I mean, in this type of rounds, you have 2 options. We can rotate back and reset the round and clear the mid, clear the flank, and then decide what to do next. Or we can just cut the noise for 20-30 seconds, and then after 20-30 seconds, go for a reheat. But in this match, we cannot do that, because enemies are always pushing behind us. And there's definitely going to be someone in the spawn or in mid locking us down.
You are powerless.
So, cut noise and reheat, yeah? Then the KO disappears. Basically.
Reloading.
One down.
Here, you know, really up to you. We can cut the noise for 20-30 seconds and reheat the A site, or we can go B. It's really, you know, both decisions are okay. But what we should be aware of right now is like a possibility that one enemy is on the flank and lurk, because every round enemies push behind us. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to hit some death matches and then aim labs after this one.
You had your fun. My
It's okay, man. We have a dash ability. We can just go away, reset the round. We don't need to fight this guy, especially not with a stinger on this distance. Play together. Backseat coaching.
dropping smokes.
Trophy first, yes.
Here, you wanna go in, man. You know, like, we definitely wanna execute this. We have the Clove ultimate. Clove can run in front of you. Even if she dies, it's whatever. And, you know, let's go. I mean, right now, in this 2v2, it is better for you to end up on A side than B side. On B side, there's a whole Cypher setup waiting for you. On A side, yes, I have no fucking idea where are these two enemies, but at least I have the Clove ultimate. She can be like a recon tool for you. And I don't need to worry about a camera, cage, and 2 tripwires on the ground.
Last player standing.
I got the spike.
Yeah, here we just go.
Down A.
Oh, here, okay. Here you have all of the info. Both of the enemies are in the A short smoke. Run it down. Go, go, go.
Last player standing.
You should have been there with the Clove. But once again, like, you know, your awareness is kind of fucking you up a bit. Like, you literally know that both of the enemies are on the left side. And, yeah, like, you need to be picking up that information a bit faster. Listen, like, I have like 5-6 trainings for this type of problem. We're gonna try different trainings in the next 12 weeks, but we definitely need to make your awareness a bit better. Like, where you're picking up this info during the round.
One win.
2 ops. Fine, heaven.
2 ops? Fighting into dog main.
Here.
I don't know how are you surprised they have 2 ops. Like, the Cypher literally killed killed your Clove with the op, and then went into the garden, rotated on rafters, like, and you were just way too slow. Like, what you should have done there is just run it down onto the site, like, try to get the plant as soon as possible, so that you end up in a 1v2 post plant with a spike planted, which is pressuring the enemies to make some kind of a misplay, and we can just isolate 2 1v1 fights and try to win that round.
Reyna's gonna die with an op.
Dropping a smoke.
Oh, hello, Mr.
Where are you?
Mr. Reyes and Mr. Reyna. Yeah, we should definitely fight this.
Inside. There.
Hello, Mr. Reyna.
With an op.
Peeking.
You should have played a bit closer here to your Reyna, because, like, you know, if Reyna did a leer, Reyes peeked and died, I mean, Reyna can easily take this right side position here. And, you know, you cannot refrag your Reyna if you're playing from this wall. Like, fuck it, you know, like, you already know that there's at least 2 enemies in the beam-in. We killed 1. The second one is either gonna play here or play in that corner. Your Reyna goes for a swing, no one is there. Okay, we instantly need to focus on clearing this angle with the Reyna, jump spotting this shit, and being ready for the execute. And here, after these 2 kills, even though Cypher is still probably playing on the B side, we should just go. We should just send it. We have Fade in the market, Chamber holding mid, Reyna, you, and Clove going through the beam-in. Let's kill that Cypher and finish this round. Like, no reason to complicate. And we know that Clove and KO are 100% in A short.
He's still inside.
Blocking sight.
City line.
Listen. So, what you should have done here is basically a double smoke execute. You know, like, we can do this. Go towards the switch, close the switch, and then take the stairs, take the speedway, and reveal this Cypher before he starts killing your teammates. Or, you know, you can just go for a standard execute against the Cypher players, smoke yourself off, and then we pinch the Cypher in the speedway or wherever the fuck he is.
And this.
Also, please, like, on the Ascent, man, like, you then need to look at the switches to close the doors and hit the switch. Like, you just need to be close to it. So, you know, don't waste your crosshair. Don't waste your crosshair placement just to close the doors. Especially when going A, like, one of the worst things you can do, like, is, you know, people do this shit. Like, brother, you know. Like, what you should be doing is entering the site, being ready for all of these peaks, and hitting the switch just with your body and than going in.
How close do you have to be
Cypher.
to this without?
You need to be close. Like, I mean, you need to be, you know, on this
Inside it,
distance. Basically, you know, sitting inside of it,
Okay.
but you don't need to be looking at the switch.
Just
Okay.
trying this angle.
Didn't
One
know
mid,
that
one
shit.
mid, guys, floor. Coming main.
Wanna fight that side?
Behind you.
Also here, you should not have closed the switch. I mean, you have a fade that has full market control. Like, you're just separating your teammates into two groups where the enemies can fuck us up in a 2v2
Bro.
Behind you, go.
setup.
Spike down B.
There is sighted.
On side.
Okay, I need to repeat this one more time. So, in Valorant, like, your job is not to plant the spike as soon as possible. Your job is not to defuse the spike as soon as possible. Your job is to play the rounds as best as you can and to make the good game decisions, and you should never be pressured by the timer. Especially here when you have like 1 minute to play the round. Like, if you end up in a 3v2, your main priority in these situations is just separating the enemies into individual fights where we can play in a refrag game. So, if the Cypher is already stuck on the B site, and Clove is stuck in the B main, and they cannot play together, like right now, Chamber Fade, let's run down this Cypher together, and then let's deal with this Clove that is in the B main area of the map. Enemies don't have a single chance to play any type of a refrag, especially because of this whatever the fuck smoke here. We deal with the Cypher, then we deal with the Clove, the round is over. We don't even need to play the spike in this round.
Come.
Wait.
Cypher is on
Wait,
side,
wait,
Cypher
wait.
is on side.
Like, why is it bad here dealing with the Clove first? Because Cypher can peek us from the speedway or peek us from the stairs at any moment of time. But if you run down the Cypher through the speedway and stairs, and we take the cover from this B main peek from the Clove, I mean, there's no way that the Clove can, you know, help the Cypher out in time. He's dead. And then we should just be aware that Clove might have taken the logs or might have taken this position. We clear everything with our teammates, one at a time. And then in the B-man, Clove can either be here or on the right side. And that's it. Like, simplify these rounds as much as you can. Like, literally, there's no reason to complicate these type of scenarios too much. Like, just, you want to isolate the enemies into two individual fights when they're already this separated. Finish the easier fight first and then focus on a harder fight later.
Left side.
Here, you also don't need to peek through this smoke. Why? You know, like, let's wait. I have 35 seconds to play this round. Let's just hold the peek through the smoke. Let's hold the stairs, hold the speedway. And if you already want to kill the Clove first, let's wait for the smoke to go down, and then let's pick up the spike, kill the Clove, and decide what we want to do next.
I'll find you. One enemy remaining.
Very good, very good. If you peek through that smoke, that would be horrific, to be honest.
I got the spike.
Spike is down.
Here, we should definitely end up on B, like, you know, literally your 3v1. If Cypher wins that round, then you did something horribly wrong, essentially.
Okay.
Cypher and reveal on side.
Just a second, I need to take a piss, bro. Moment.
No worries.
Okay.
At least good music is going.
Listen, man. In this match, you know, we already know how the enemies are playing. You already know where you can be fucking up the enemies. Like bottom is short, A site. We have the Fade ultimate, so I really don't know. Like, do we really need to hit the B set against the Cypher in this round?
You can dash in, Jett.
Yep.
Maybe with the arena flash.
So you would propose to just dodge the KO knife on A and just hit A with the Fade ult?
Bring them.
Absolutely. Because
Okay.
still, you know, on a 10-10, doing this type of a gamble push on B now, when you still have absolutely no idea. I mean, we know what Cypher setup, you know, what setup Cypher has, but we just don't know like how our teammates are going to react to that setup and how much that setup is going to fuck you up. It's too much of a gamble on 10-10 like doing this right now.
Down. Where are you? Block the cypher. Feeling faint.
Oh, we cannot be missing that execute. Okay. Listen, one more thing, like, Jett right click doesn't exist for you. So basically, like, the only time you go for the right click when you're playing Jett is if you're very low HP, like below 41 HP, basically. Like, you know, enemies can kill you with one body shot with both Vandal and Phantom. And when the enemies are very low HP. Like, you know for a fact that even if one dagger hits the enemies, you're gonna get a kill. In any other case scenario, you're holding the left click and nailing down the enemies with his knives. Even in a fight
Block the cypher. Feeling faint.
such as this one. Like, basically, raise drop down. You know exactly where is the raise. You're jumping and doing that. Plus, I really want to have a reset on my knife, so, you know, it's the only weapon that we have right now. So I really want to, you know, kill more enemies with the knives, except only one.
Feeling faint.
That was a criminal fight.
Close your eyes. Here.
Just on the side. Can you just put the trip
Here.
here? Chamber?
Don't play, don't. Go freeze, don't pick.
Dog?
Bring them down.
Okay.
We found one. Where are you?
Same thing, I'm guessing, yeah? You would propose just to go away.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because we have a Fade ultimate, you know, it's 10 times easier for us to hit A set with a Fade ult than going B. You know, like, on B set, like, the margin of error of the Fade ultimate is just fucking huge. Like, you know, enemies can still easily dodge it and outmaneuver it in some of these corners. On A side, you know, what the fuck are enemies gonna do when they get hit by this? Like, literally, it covers the whole site. Let's be honest. Also, like, here, so, I mean, like, listen, you know, when you see any type of a weird setup, smoke setup, like, ask yourself twice, why the fuck did this player put this smoke here? You know, this smoke here, and especially this dog, tells me that Cypher is probably playing a shotgun right now. Because he probably made a curved smoke where he wanted to play around it. So what Cypher did right now is he dropped a smoke like this. He want to get into this part of the smoke and pop out with a shotgun and kill you. So I'm like 90% certain that's what he's doing right now. So I would definitely back off a bit from this smoke a bit, tell my teammates there's a shotgun in the smoke, and go for a bit of spam. Even if he's not doing that, it is better to give your teammates this type of ghost comm instead of watching 4 of your teammates dying from a fucking judge and Cypher.
We found one. Where are you? Dropping smoke.
Yeah, that's exactly what he tried to do.
In the smoke, in the smoke.
One man.
Okay, he's not playing a shotgun, but we know what type of a play he wanted to do because of the Kabi smoke. Ooh, hello, Mr. Ah, okay. Reyna wanted to do that, maybe.
Wait for the smoke.
Like, basically, you know, smoke setups, you know, like how enemies use utility, can tell you a lot, like, you know, what to expect from the enemies. Like, you see a Kabi position smoke, some kind of a weird smoke, like angled smoke, like, you know, all of these plays should be mega readable for you, and you should not be dying from them.
Two last.
I expected there to be a shotgun inside. I don't know why I ran into it.
One
That was,
enemy remaining.
that was,
Okay.
that was special.
Two smokes unless they were clear.
Okay, man, like, so how many times we already ended up on B side? 3 times.
Mhm.
Even in the middle of the match, when you push the same site, 3 rounds in a row, in the 4th round, always do a fake. Always. Like, you see, already, enemies are like overstacking the B side. You know, they started feeling that pressure that you're winning easy rounds on B. In this round, there's probably gonna be 4 enemies playing on the B side right now. There's gonna be Reyna, Raze, Cypher, and Clove as well. So just do a fake. Especially, you know, what's good in this round is that we are faking on the site where the enemy Sentinel is playing. We can just tell our Initiator and Reyna to do a fake. So how should a perfect fake look like in this specific game? So, Initiator should always fake, and secondary duelist. In this example, that should be Reyna. Clove should only give them 1 smoke, which is a market smoke. In this example, they just need to send it. While you, Chamber, and Clove are slowly taking the space in the A main. I mean, you know, Clove needs to start here and then run away, but you get the point.
Okay.
Wait, spray.
Even if they die, just send it.
Doesn't matter what your teammates do on the B side. Like their whole point is just to sell the fake.
Okay.
You see, like right now there's like 4 enemies here. Maybe the whole fucking stack.
Go slow,
I think they
don't
stacked B.
drop it, don't pick.
Yeah. Play slow. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
they
wait,
stacked.
don't pick. Go freeze, guys.
Okay, we got the info. They stack B. Just go back. I mean, like,
Freeze 15 seconds.
Can I pick? I have
I mean, go rotate on A and we in this moment go outside.
I'm watching here.
Dropping smoke.
I think one is flank.
I don't know where you guys are shooting. You're missing me.
Reloading.
What a shit show.
Maybe go fake.
Blocking
rotate,
sight.
guys. We need to go fake, but
You guys stop shooting at the walls.
I can clear side.
1A, blow A.
Blindfold. Where are you? Enemy.
Okay, push it.
One this, one market.
1A, 1 market.
Bring them down.
Jett, spike.
stop looking at the switches. So, I mean, like, you know, unnecessarily complicated round. When we already have the info how enemies are gonna play, and we knew what to expect from the enemies based on the previous rounds.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, we got lucky, basically.
1 on A, 1 in market.
I think.
No peeking.
Listen,
Got it.
whenever you're planting the spike on the B side, plant it here. Whenever you're planting the spike on the A side, either the generator or under the rafters. Like those are the only 3 positions that are like the most optimal on A set and B set of Ascent.
Okay.
Raise back.
Spike
Okay,
plant.
go,
Multiple
guys.
enemies B.
1 stay side, 2 go back side.
I will just.
Orange
Right,
pushes
I'm
lane.
Last player.
Shit, bro. Listen, so in the B post plants on the Ascent, if your teammates are playing passively from the site, the main post plant position you want to take are these boxes on the site. Like just use the updraft, instantly get up here, and in the playbook on my Discord server, I fully explain, you know, how you should be playing these positions, how to actually separate the fights, when you should be looking here, when you should be looking here, etc, etc. I mean, generally, you know, if your chamber is already taking a fight here, like you want to just play here, focus on the stairs, surprise and kill this guy, then we can take this kill, drop down, reset, and then decide how we want to play next.
I will just.
Orange
Right, I'm
pushes
taking-
lane.
Last player standing.
Face, you know.
Keep up.
Thank you.
Don't pick Reyna. Reyna, go back.
Ooh, is this a B fake? Okay, I just don't know, like, I mean, I explained in the previous round how a proper fake should look like. You know, this is not gonna work. But, I mean, it can work, but it's just a stupid way to fake a site. Like here, Reyna, you know, one duelist needs to fake a site. In this example, I would just send my Reyna because I want to play with the spike and I want to be... You know, it's far more important what we do in this part of the map here than what your teammates do that are faking. Because your teammates that are faking just need to send it. They just need to make a contact. They just need to take the fights. But the timing, when you should be taking the aim in area of the map, is crucial. But let's see how this round goes.
Bring them
Down. One pick. Okay, on A, raise short. 3 A.
What?
Fire in the hole!
Jesus!
My ult's ready. What's this?
Maybe 2B, 1.
Rotate B. So,
Okay, on 3.
Okay, in this type of rounds, rule is very simple. Like, whenever you default in ranked solo queue, and you trade a few numbers with the enemies, left and right. So you end up 3v3, 4v3, 2v2, 4v4, whatever. Reset the round immediately. Like, make sure that your whole team regroups together towards some main area of the map, so that we are only pushing up front, and we just need to focus on the angles in front of us. And that's it. Like, our best chances of winning this round is resetting the round towards A, or resetting the round towards B. It really doesn't matter right now, but probably, you know, A set is a bit better idea because there's a whole fucking ass Cypher setup on B, and this round should be over.
Probably.
Cypher B,
Coyote
Kayo.
left summer on it.
Makes sense. They don't have numbers. There are gonna be holes in their defense.
Exact.
But we
You know, there cannot be 3 enemies on A and B right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Do you have
Fuck.
smokes?
I mean, Hill, you already made a footstep, you know, we need to go. We just need to go.
Drop in a smoke.
Smoke marker. Oh, okay.
Here!
Maybe one side. One side.
Blocking sight. Drop in a smoke.
Backside probably.
You had your fun. My turn.
Right side. One pick.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, man. Don't pick, guys.
A bit of a panic attack, bro.
Right side. One pick.
One enemy remaining.
Nice, man. Don't pick, guys.
Reloading.
Don't pick. In both.
Careful.
Coming
here.
on stairs, I think.
Watching
Don't
here.
pick. Right. Careful.
My ult is ready.
This is just you know, when we're playing these postlands and retakes, whatever, like you really don't want to rely on one op shot to take this type of kills. Like, it is 10 times better here if you're just using the knives to refrag your teammates, but we need to hit the knives, of course, than relying on one op shot, because KO here could have killed you, could have killed Clove as well, and make some magical flick onto chamber, and you know, then we lose this round. More bullets, more chances to deal some damage, take the kills, finish off this guy. Listen, overall, like on the attacker side, like you definitely need a bit better pre-planning. Like you same as on defense, like you just can be a bit more focused on reading the game. You know, like what you should expect from this agent, that agent. Where did you see enemies playing in the previous rounds? Like, as much as enemies were repetitive on a defender side, they were equally repetitive on attack as well. And we just could have, you know, played this game a bit better on a macro and micro level. Like, there's so many free picks that you could have gotten in bottom mid, A short. We could have abused the A set a bit more, a bit better pattern of pushing overall. Then when we pushed, you know, B set 3 rounds in a row, I mean, it was obvious enemies are gonna stack it. Like, you won 3 rounds in a row on B, but there's no way that in the 4th round enemies are gonna leave the B site open, obviously. When it comes to the executes, obviously they can be a bit better. You know, like you're kind of stumbling yourself left and right on the walls, on the bricks and stuff like that. But okay, you didn't play Valorant for a long time, so you're coming back, and you know, we need to polish out that shit completely. Mechanically, how you're clearing the angles is okay, crosshair placement is fine, but obviously I feel that, you know, you don't have the confidence to go for some of the plays and to take some of the kills, but you will get a full-on warm-up, aim training that you're going to be doing for the next 12 weeks. Do it every single day. All of this shit is going to be like 50% better than it is right now in the next few weeks. When it comes to overall team play, I mean, it was okay. You know, we did play a pretty decent refray game on the attacker side. In some situations, like, you could have kept the distance between you and your most aggressive teammates a bit better, and maybe position a bit better way where you can actually, you know, refray your teammates in less than a second before they take a fight. But the main problem of this match was just how we played the game on a macro level, you know, like where we decided to go in each round, how we countered the enemy's utility and stuff like that. And of course, you know, that round where you had a rage-inducing moment, you know, that round could have been the end of this game, essentially. You know, in Europe, you open a microphone like that, your teammates turn into mental disabilities, and the match goes to hell. Thankfully, in this match, it was still okay. It was still okay. Now, when it comes to like everything else, like we will have to discuss all of the other stuff in private, because, you know, I cannot be sharing my private coaching stuff on streams. And I'm gonna check like tomorrow the deathmatch, the handcam, and all of the documents that you share with me. And tomorrow you can expect, I don't know, at around like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., I'm gonna drop you the full-on improvement plan and program for the next 12 weeks. And I'll tell you exactly like what you're gonna do, what you're gonna focus on, what type of training you're gonna be doing, aim training, warm-up, and as well as when are we gonna have the checkups, and also which agents you're gonna be maining moving forward. But when it comes to the main agents, we're definitely gonna stick with Jett as your main character. Jett is not the problem. The problem is just, you know, some of these micro mistakes that you're making. Omen is definitely gonna be a fill, and Chamber is gonna be the flex pick. Like, so basically, Omen and Jett are gonna be your main agents based on how you perform with them on different maps. And we're just gonna keep Omen there because we already did in 2023 coaching on Omen, and you know, you probably have a decent idea of how you should be playing that agent and what you should be doing on him. Also, like, just on the attacker side, like, the reason why I need to be a bit more focused on what enemies are doing and how they're positioning is because you just could have gotten so many of these early picks to fuck up the enemies, you know, in A short, A main, B main, bottom mid. Like, they were quite repetitive, you know, like in every round, in every round, you know, KO is doing this knife, okay, we need to dodge it, then peek A main and get a kill in A main. Then enemy raise peeked bottom mid like what? 7, 8 times in this match, like without being punished. Then in every round, the enemy set pressure somewhere. They either push B main or push A main. So okay, if I'm holding, if I don't see any pressure in A main, okay, enemies probably push B main. Let's try to fuck up these guys and then decide what to do next. And in some of these situational moments, you know, we should be resetting the rounds. You need to give your teammates like callouts and some kind of an idea when it comes to this mid-rounding. Because, you know, a lot of times your teammates were just lost. They were still picking like solo fights. But we could have easily resetted the round towards A main, B main, get away from fucking mid and being overexposed from, you know, market, short, tiles and top mid. And instead of doing that shit, like, okay, let's go towards A main, let's go towards B main, let's run it down short as soon as possible. Because in these areas of the map, the more time you spend, chances are just higher that enemies are gonna fuck us up somehow. Like by some kind of a lurk flank or some kind of a double peek swing on timing, I don't know. Like, it's a very dangerous area of the map to spend like 20 seconds there, for an example. Economy management, like I already told you, like, you know, the only mistake you're making when it comes to economy is if you have excessive credits, invest every single credit that you're not going to use in the next round. Because that extra weapon, extra utility, extra shield might be a difference whether or not you're going to win that current round that you're playing. And everything else we're going to cover through private, privately. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, all of that good stuff. Join Discord server for private coaching, and I will see you in the next coaching episode. Roll the outro. When it comes to you, my friend, we are done for today, and I'll just hit you up through private messages with everything else. Okay?
Sorry, I have one question if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
Did they speak too much? Because I know it's a live stream and shit. I want to make sure I'm not interrupting you too much.
No, it's fine. Like, I actually,
like first questions.
I would have liked if you spoke more. Like the whole point why I'm bringing players now into these live VOD reviews is because I want you guys to interrupt me, and I want you to actually ask me the questions and speak as much as you can. Like because previously, like when I'm doing this in silence, you know, a lot of the times I'm kind of guessing. What did you think? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? So, you know, you should be. And anyways, like starting from tomorrow, you're gonna have my 24/7 support, by the way. So every single day you can share with me like 5 questions and 3 clips for an in-depth review. And once again, I explained everything, you know, how that works in the private coaching videos that I've shared.
Yeah,
with
I watched that part. I remember.
Okay, great.
I asked because I'm a college student. You know, I'm with professors that are better than me, and if you ask them a question, you're gonna get fucked instantly. So
No, all good. Like the more questions you ask me is better for both of us, because I'm gonna know more about you and why did you decide to make some of these decisions. Okay, man.
Okay.
Take care and and like see ya tomorrow. See ya tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Have a nice evening.
Same. End this video.